Now listen, I don't give a damn if y'all are ready for this show or not tonight, but we're going in a couple of different directions. So let's get it going. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. We got some people in here tonight. Look who decided to show up from the Discord. It's Brandon. Fun Trader done started a new hashtag. Where is Brandon? Where is Brandon? Brandon ain't broke no more. He's now back to being the Chicago TV driver.
That's right.
All right, we got Jeff in the house. Jeff, you feeling better, bro? He was in. He is in.
Level 2.
There he is.
Good.
Good. And then Steven's there somewhere. He's got his black screen up. But special guest tonight. Guest tonight is we got Red from Gig Wars Official. And if you haven't seen what they got going on, let me give you a little peek at their YouTube page here. I know a couple of weeks ago we like to introduce new channels because we're all small channels. And if the small channels don't help out the small channels, then who the hell's going to help us out? So that's the way we like to run. We like to run with community. Yeah. And so you can always go over here and check out their channel. I think I have something for them too. Boom, there you go. And so they run an app, and I'm going to let Red go ahead and explain it all. I think it's cool as hell. They're always running live. So if you're out there and you're driving and you're waiting in between rides or whatever, or need something to keep you awake, man, go check this channel out and let's see what's going on. So Ms. Red.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Red, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the garage.
Thank you, guys.
So, Ms. Red.
How's everything doing tonight?
You know what? It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
You know what?
A beautiful day in the neighborhood.
In Phoenix right now.
Is that Brandon washing the Suburban down?
Yep. Look at it.
It ain't no EVs, so I know he's not charging up. Anyway, so Ms. Red, tell us about this app. I want to know where you guys came up with the idea for this. I'm really curious.
Well, I can tell you that it kind of like snowballed. It didn't, I didn't just wake up one day and go, oh my God, I want to have an app. Not at all. Yeah. It's just my competitive nature is actually how it began. So let me back up a little bit. So I started doing, first of all, I want to say hi to some of my people are here.
Go listen, the mic is yours. The mic is yours.
So I got Gary in the house. Shout out to Gary. He is awesome. As I talk, you'll find out how important he is. Who else is here? Nomadic Gigacon Mom. She's been with me since the beginning, even before my channel was Gig Wars Official. I started out as Rolling with Red. I got Cody in the house here. Hey, Cody, big shout out to you. Cody is my producer. Anything technical that I F up, he comes right in and fixes it. So big shout outs to him. So how it started. I started doing live ride-alongs and found that I really liked it.
So you would live stream while you were out doing the gigs?
Yes. Okay. And so my channel slowly started to grow. And I would say I started in October doing live streams. And because of my competitive nature, I started asking people who would come by, like, hey, do you wanna have a challenge? And I kept getting told no, like, yes, but not now. Yes, but not now. And then one day somebody agreed. And we had a challenge and we streamed the challenge live. And there was an interest. People liked it. Mm-hmm. So we did it again. I am a member of Mr. Flex's Lounge. I hang out there a lot. And so the second war, there were 6 of us, and we were all lounge members. Matter of fact, it was just supposed to be Nomadic Gigacon Mom and I.
Okay.
doing it, and others wanted to participate. So we went from what would have been two, just she and I, to six of us.
And one after one shot.
Yeah, after one shot.
Nice.
Yeah. So the six of us who participated, it was me, Nomadic, Mr. Flex, Josh B, Sensei got involved. Sensei, the driver Sensei, who hasn't done gig work in quite a while.
Okay.
And Necro getting bags out of Chicago.
Him I know. Pneumatic Giddy Com Mom. I've seen her through the Driven Dads channel.
Mm-hmm. So we did it for a week. And the highest earnings that week was Necro getting bags, who made $1,900 and I think $50. Anyway, we had a friggin' blast. We had so much fun, and there was so much interest.
Okay.
So I'm talking like I had maybe 120 subscribers when I started this in late January. And I mean, I'm not huge now, but I'm more than doubled it in 6 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And it's all organic, you know. I'm not out there trying to find people. They're just coming to me. And so we had a great time. And then we decided to do another one. I heard Pedro talking about it on his channel. So I reached out to him and invited him to participate. And he did. And I was still rolling with Red at the time.
Okay.
But my mind was thinking, like, I was like, this has got an interest. So, you know, what right around that time, I changed the channel name. At that time, and it's all just for fun. And what we found was that we were making more money. We were making more money than we usually make because we had a goal. Like, it wasn't like we're not winning money. I mean, the win is we're earning money, but it was like the one up. And, you know, there's a lot of shit talking.
Hell yeah.
While we're doing it, right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And
hell yeah.
Yeah. And we were making money, and it didn't feel like we were working. At the end of the day, it was like, damn, we went out here for 10 hours. We made $300-400 and it didn't feel like anything. So
let me ask you a question here. So this is this isn't like, is it just like delivery, or is it delivery and ride share, or is there like separate categories?
So at this point in time, because none of us were rideshare drivers, we were just all food delivery or like Spark drivers, where you know, you're delivering Walmart stuff. It could be groceries, but it could be a bicycle. You never know.
Right.
Then we did another war, and Lady Enigma started hanging out in my chat, and she's an app developer. And I said to her one day, I said, hey, lady, can you make me an app so that then other drivers could be able to find each other and engage in their own wars? And she said, yeah, Red, I can do that. I didn't expect her to say yes, she could do that. And when she said yes, she could do that, that's when things in the Gig Wars camp began to change.
Okay.
So she and I were working together for about a week, maybe 10 days. And then lo and behold, Gary Middleton shows up in my chat one day. Okay. And prior to that, like I hadn't had any interactions with him. I knew who he was. Obviously, he's a driver and is a developer of his own apps. He owns Middleton Technology, so he's got the DA app, Maximo, Flex, and then he works on some other things. But in our space of gig apps, I was familiar with those apps.
Okay.
And he said, so he knew that Lady Enigma is an Android developer. And he knew that we were talking about in the future doing iOS. But first we had to get the Android down, and then she would have to learn iOS. So okay. I was thinking next year for iOS. Excuse me. And Gary finds me on Discord. Well, he says, "Hey, Red, can we talk?" And I said, "Yeah, absolutely." So we communicate on Discord, exchange numbers. It was a Monday. We had about, I don't know, an hour, 2-hour conversation, and that changed the whole forward movement of Gig Wars, because it no longer was going to be a year out for iOS. It went from what I thought was going to be a year to, I don't know, 10 days maybe.
Jesus.
Yeah, Jesus. And he helped Lady on the Android side. And, you know, with his background and experience in not only being an app developer, but also being a driver, he was able to bring so many concepts, ideas, thoughts, to the development of the app that it is a complete game changer.
Listen, it amazes me. That's exactly what happened kind of with the garage. Now, obviously, we're not running an app or anything, but I met one guy who met another guy who knew this guy who found that guy. And then, you know, Jeff was like, "Hey, you got to check out Red." Right. And it's amazing the skill sets that drivers, whether it's rideshare, whether it's delivery, whatever it is, the skill sets that are out here, right, that you run into and you cut into, and you do. Listen, you were with me when I just downloaded your app.
Yeah.
Right. Like, so I'm gonna definitely get into this and see what's going on with this. When I'm sitting here, so everybody knows Eddie and I trade in the morning, right? That's our other thing, right? And we're on YouTube. And then I'm sitting here with y'all's live stream on, watching it while I'm doing the other stuff, right? Because I think it's cool as hell that people out there competing. Like with Eddie, you know, and next week's gonna be Steven. Steven, I'm coming for that ass next week, buddy. but like Eddie and I have the same vehicle, so he can do we can compete. You know, we can compete in Austin and Miami, Fort Lauderdale, right? But not next week. I'm coming for Steven's ass. Luther Steven Vandross over there. I'm coming for his ass.
Pause.
And then but that's what I think is awesome about it, is that you got drivers engaged, and you said it yourself. It don't feel like work. So expand on that a little bit for us and tell us how people can get into the app if they want to check out the app.
So it's on the Play Store, on both Play Stores. We beta tested for, I don't know, 3 weeks maybe, to find where the bugs were, to use the app and like to hands-on experience it, to go, okay, what's working, what doesn't work, what can be streamlined, what do we really like, what can we do more of with that. And I'm so glad we did all of that, because we found things that needed to be tweaked.
Right.
So and that's why it's called Gig Wars?
Yep. The app is called Gig Wars. You can find it on iOS and on Google Play Store.
Found it.
See, Red, we're gonna hook you up tonight, boo. We got you tonight, boo. We
I
got
was
you.
looking
I'm
at
gonna
it.
have to
I was looking
download
for
it.
it last time, but I can't find it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get in here and download it soon too. See, if I grab my phone now, my microphone will start crackling. Too much Wi-Fi shit going on in here.
Hey,
I
bro,
leave my
NASA
phone over there. Don't mess with it.
Listen, you're real close to California. Don't be messing with the SpaceX launches out of Cali.
I'm telling you, man.
I'm
Shit, all
already
my
worried about
Wi-Fi in this
Eddie.
house.
Y'all know why Elon's rocket didn't take off the other day, right?
Why
Because
was that?
Eddie was late to the live stream, and because he was late to
See?
the live stream, Elon called it off until tomorrow. That's all I'm going to say about that. All right, but Red, so I got to give you something though. I got to do something for you here real quick. By the way,
This is Sparta!
I would like to personally extend an invitation to you for no other reason than I like what you're doing in the community to become a member of the Rideshare Garage. So you can come on the show anytime you want and you know, just kind of do some things with it's a non-paying job though. I'm just telling you up front.
That's
Non-paying
okay.
job, I'm just telling you up front.
But she can promote her products.
100% we can put Eddie, do me a favor, buddy. Eddie, can you go ahead and can you pull the link for the Gig Wars and go ahead and let it scan the QR code, put a QR code up so we can put up in the upper left-hand corner for
Hold on, let
we're
me
at,
see.
like we do with
How do I
with
get?
Kiara's Uber Eats ebook. You can you know what? You can scan it, let it scan to the YouTube channel. The links for the iOS and Google Play Store are in your YouTube channel, correct? Fred? Don't choke now.
Which
That's a rookie over there. Look at that rookie over there.
I'm a rookie on the vape. Yeah.
You're a rookie, boo.
You asked me what about do I have links on my channel?
So if Eddie creates a QR code, if you look in the upper left-hand corner, right? I got Kiara's ebooks, Uber Eats ebook up. We can create a QR code and we can rotate it through. I'm going to send it. I'm going to have Eddie link it to your YouTube channel, Gig Wars Official. And then there they can find the links for the iOS and the Google Play Store to download the app.
I don't have the links there. What we do is if you type !app in my chat, it takes you to, but you know what? That's something I have to do. Yeah.
All right. All right, Eddie. Yeah, set up the QR code for the YouTube page, and then I'll figure out a way to get some links in here for the QR. All right. So yeah, because see, like I got a Tesla rental thing here for test driver, right? That's in the upper left-hand corner. I got Eddie's 100K a year ebook for driving. We have our Discord. We've got a deal with Divvy. So, you know, we put these codes up and that way people can see what's going on. All they got to do is just scan that code. It'll rip you right to the where we're trying to send them. So how long have you guys been doing this?
I had my first war. I think it started January 17th. Then I went to Vegas to see my daughter for like a week.
Okay.
I came home and that second war started, I wanted to say February 7th or 9th. So February, March, like 2.5 months, really? 2.5 months.
And how many people do you think you got in the total group that are active on that are actually active on the app?
Probably 20 are active. There's been about 50 downloads.
Okay.
I think some people are still like watching and observing. I know that a couple people that have downloaded it, they just some people are part-time and some people just don't feel up to the level to compete with some of the drivers that we have. Like we've got some heavy hitters, like people who are making bank. You know, like Pedro made $2,000 really in 4.5 days. Necro made $1,900. I had another guy, Token. He was $5 shy of $3,500 in 7 days.
Damn!
I'm telling you, we are out there like doing some stuff.
So that's just it's a motivator though. It's an absolute motivator.
It is.
And I know a lot of people, you know, out there it's like drivers don't talk to other drivers a lot of times because they feel like they're in competition with them in the local state. So you could have two goddamn drivers sitting next to each other. They both know they're drivers. Neither one of them will bother to say, "Hey, how you doing? What's going on? How's So no, I'm liking this. I'm liking this. We're gonna open up to the panel. If anybody's got any questions, I mean, fire them off. I know I already see Thomas Lyle's already downloaded the app. Gary says you have 68 current users since release of the apps. Well, Gary, you got 69 now, bruh. I'm glad I hope I'm 69. 69.
Now, on the Gig Wars app, is it the one that says by Lady Enigma Games or something like that?
Yeah, that is
okay.
So, yeah, Lady Enigma is the developer of the Android version, and Gary is the developer of iOS.
Just wanted to make sure before I put this on my phone and I lost my bank account.
Yeah.
Because it didn't say, because the Gig Wars logo on there don't look like the Gig Wars logo on there. It's like, wait a minute, hold up. Because it says Lady Enigma.
Actually,
that's what it says.
I hope this works.
No, hold
there
on.
it is.
Yeah, that's what
Hold
it
on.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm going to turn my camera off, and that's what the logo looks like. 1 second. Disable camera.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. I see it on there. Yep.
See it? Okay.
Yep.
So right now, the app is completely free. So you don't have to worry about paying. We're waiting.
I am good.
For these are the questions that Gary should really answer. But at some point in time, we're going to have a subscription service, and the price point we're looking at is $9.99 a month.
Okay.
There are a few features that the premium version will have that the free version will not have, and of course, the premium version will be ad-free.
Okay. All right. That's cool. Like we've had some people that have like I've worked with two guys, two developers. We developed when I had my legal transportation company. I had my own app called Cuz, CALLKUZZ, and I had my clients were able to go on there and book appointments, book rides with me, appointments with me. And then we had another app we were doing called City Events. If Omar's still here, Omar knows the guy I'm talking about. And he kind of went by the wayside. So I like the idea of having apps because, listen, sometimes you're sitting there and you're like, all right, I'm getting bored. I did the IG thing. All right, I did the Twitter thing. Now I'm angry at the world after reading Twitter. IG done made me jealous. So YouTube, I done saw the videos I want. This would keep you engaged and hustling. I see this as something that's a motivating app. And I think everybody should download it, check it out, check out their channels. You can see them. Like I say, I've watched it while I got it going on right here, right now. Got the app, the feed up right now on their live stream on the other computer. And so, yeah, man. Yeah, Red.
So I want to talk about the pit stop.
Okay. Go for it.
I run so there's a live on the channel 24/7. It's broken up into two 12-hour slots. So it goes 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. And then I have pit stop late night. There's not a whole lot of activity going on in there right now because we're small. But the pit stop is designed to be like the community for drivers and app users to chit chat with each other, challenge each other, to be like, hey, you know what? I'm getting to know you. I want to go to war with you. Or, hey guys, I'm in this market. I do, I'm an Uber driver. I'd like to find some Uber drivers to go to war with. So that's the purpose of that. So,
and it's friendly. Everybody keeps it friendly.
It's friendly. Yeah. I encourage everybody to come hang out. The StreamYard link is always pinned. We try to always have somebody in there. Obviously, it's 24/7, so we can't always be there. But if there's somebody on panel, they can bring you up if you want to come hang out. We will eventually have official wars. And by official wars, I mean those are wars that are like sponsored by the channel, by Gig Wars Official.
Okay.
So when we host official wars, there'll be a totally different live stream for that war, and all participants would be encouraged to hop up on panel and share their day, and do the shit talking to your fellow competitors.
Oh, hell yeah.
If you're a content creator, it's on StreamYard. You can always hit this stream to your own channel, so the content will also go to your channel. Content
That's
creators,
awesome. That's awesome that you do that.
I would encourage content creators to challenge their subscriber base. Engage your subscribers. So winners of official wars at this point in time. Gary has a handful of apps. He is giving away a 1 month free subscription to the winner of an official war. Lady Enigma has an app, Dash Track. She's giving away a 3 month subscription to the winner. Gig Wars Official has exclusive merchandise for winners of wars. That winner will receive a t-shirt that the only other people who will have it are people who have won wars.
Champion shirt. Gotcha.
Yeah. As the channel grows, I fully intend to reach out to companies and ask them to provide discount for services to app users, like you'd have to be an app user. So I have none of this now, but my plans are to be able to provide discounts on services like oil changes, tires,
right.
Anything that we as drivers need. And so, yeah, we've got big things planned.
In the plan.
Yeah.
It's amazing how you started from just you and Lady Econ, and now you're 68, 69, Gary. Let's get it right. 69. Because I'm 69.
Gary,
anyway.
Verify Vinny, please.
And so, yeah, I think it's awesome that you guys are doing this. I think it's great. I like the idea that I can go on the app. I can see where I'm standing. I can see who's doing what. And like I said, I know Necro, I watch some of his live feeds too. If I'm here working on something, because I'm always working on something. So, yeah, awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome. I think it's great.
Love it.
We're getting some stuff on there. Anybody got questions for Ms. Red?
Yeah, no.
Well, I'm just listening, and I'm trying to get an idea. Go for it.
It's basically, Jeff, when I after I get done kicking Steven's ass next week in that Tesla, okay, I'm coming for you because I know you the big dog out there in Phoenix, and we're gonna see what I can do in that Tesla against that Beamer.
Is there like a tiered category, or is it just like everyone versus everyone?
So you will be able. So right now, anybody can create a war. Okay, so Vinny's gonna.
No. What I mean is like, is it just like all right types versus all right types?
You can make your own war. You make up the rules of your war. So if you want to have a rideshare war, right? You're going to go in there. You're going to hit create war. You're going to select the platforms that you allow. Uber.
Okay.
Lyft.
Yeah.
You select how many days your war is, and you select how many participants you're going to allow into your war. In your profile, you will select your state, what kind of car you drive, and you can check off the platforms that you use. Now, of course, we don't have every single platform known to man in there. We've got the major players, and then we have a box called Other. Also, when you create a war, you can type in notes. Like there's a note section where you can put like what the rules are.
Okay, good. So I'm going to challenge Omar to a Lux Black XL war.
See?
Unfair. Yeah, but see, Omar doesn't have a Lux Black XL, so I don't know.
How's he gonna play?
He's a pretender.
He's a pretender. I
He's a
know.
pretender.
Rideshare Lisa's hanging out in the chat here, and she keeps saying there's no rideshare wars, and we're like, Lisa, make one.
Now wait a minute, Rideshare Lisa, that's Tony's wife, right?
No, no, that's the driven mom.
That's driven mom.
All right, that's driven mom. Okay, listen, okay, I ain't used to talking with other women, so I gotta. It's hard for me to keep one or two straight. All right, I got my own headache in there. I just put to bed, so you know what I mean.
I think he just woke her up.
Yeah, every woman in the chat just was like, "Fuck Benny."
Something might come flying around by your head.
Oh, wait, did you guys see what Gary wrote in the chat? He says, I don't know how to scroll down, but it says,
I got you.
Yeah.
Premium users will be able to set private wars. Only people with your code can join. Okay.
Oh, but he also typed in about content creators and how you guys get verified, and there's a link to your YouTube channel. Here we go.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So,
all right.
And once a content creator, like not just a content creator, anybody that has, well, I guess you would be a content creator, but anybody who joins a war that I'm aware of, I'm sorry, an official war, I put you on down as a featured channel, which right now with 300 subs, it's not a big deal, but I mean, we fully intend to have thousands of subs that, going forward.
Absolutely. So Bucky asks, so it's not per market, it's nationwide. So anybody from any market can kind of create a war with anybody from any market that they know of or whatnot.
You could, or you could specify, you could say in your notes, like this only.
Correct. See, because it wouldn't be fair, like for me to take a challenge with Brendan because he's in Chicago, so his price range is a lot different. And Steven from Cali.
Well, listen.
So don't start cheating. Don't start cheating.
Listen,
all right?
Eddie, when I get done kicking Steven's ass.
Sounds like Eddie's scared.
Yes, he's a little scared. He's scared, Eddie.
Vinny, I don't want to put my GoPro on the line.
When Vinny's ready for the final boss,
GoPro
you can come
for free.
After me.
Brandon, we'll talk about that in a minute. We're gonna talk about that in a minute.
Come after me.
You and Mr. Brickle. Anyway, all right, cool. I like it. Wait a minute, commuter branch line. Vinny, you remember your wife, Mrs. Cuz, listens to all your podcast content? Yes, I know. And believe me, I get my shoes across the room, I get my smacks in the head, and I get the knee in the back in the middle of the night every night for 33 years. Trust me.
In other words, she's gonna want a Tesla because she's gonna want to compete too.
Hell no, bro. We'll talk about that offline. Anyway, so all right, cool. Red, I appreciate you coming on. You can hang with us tonight if you want. You're welcome. You are now part of the Rideshare Garage. I will put you on the email list every night. I know we get a little crowded here, and I know we tend to get a little wild in here sometimes, but you strike me as the kind of person that could handle it. You don't seem like you. Yeah. You good?
It takes a lot to run me off.
All right.
You guys don't scare me.
Oh boy.
We're easy. We're an easy crowd.
Very easy.
All right.
We don't all show up like this. We all showed up because you were coming here. That's why.
Oh.
Well, hey.
We have none of us have been this together for a while.
And we're still missing one. We're missing the queen.
Kiki.
She's
here, but she's not in webcam.
Right. She can't get on cam tonight, but she's in the chat. And that's the queen. She has been with us from the beginning, and I mean, that girl is good, man. She is damn good at getting that money. Woman, not girl.
She gets it.
All right.
And she would be good for a gig war.
Thank you for the invite to becoming a member of the Rideshare Garage.
Hell yeah. And listen, we don't do that for everybody. I'm just saying. But anybody that's moving forward and is trying to move the community forward in a positive way, I mean, you know, that's what we're about. We can get negative if we want to, but nah. Let's see.
You gotta get money. Don't get
Have
negative.
I-
Get money.
Have I introduced you to Jeff TED Talks Uber Jeep AZ?
Nah.
Now Jeff is our master motivator, right?
I watched Jeff too quietly in the back. I've been a lurker and a watcher, and I just started, you know, saying hi to him occasionally.
I say some pretty funny stuff. I'll be cracking myself up. I'm like, what am I saying?
Listen, Jeff, I have you walk out your front door, go kick in your neighbor's door, smack the hell out of him, take his sugar, and come back home and make you some iced tea. And not feel bad about smacking the shit out of him.
You stupid. You know it.
All right. So we're gonna move on to that now. Brandon has asked and requested about 15 minutes because he wants to update everybody on how he is no longer the broke Lux black driver, but he is now the Chicago Lux black SUV driver. So I told him I would. It's like I got to bribe these guys, Red, to get on the damn channel. I don't understand that. I don't understand. Anyway, Brandon, let's go, buddy. You're on the clock. Let's hear what's going on over there. Because, you know, a lot of people want to know about the Uber Black. They really do. So give it to them.
Man, it's really just been an absolutely amazing, like, 180-degree turn. Like, I'm going from making, like, 100 to 300 a day to making 600 to 800 a day.
Wow.
Damn.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I mean, I'm also working like 16 hours a day, so between both apps. So, you know, I mean, I gotta play catch up. You know, I had a really bad month last month. I lost $7,000 between two different incidences on Turo. So as a result, my Porsche is no longer listed on Turo. I don't want to deal with that anymore. But yeah, I in January last year, I actually attended a class to get my chauffeur's license, but I never followed through because you know, this was, you know, before, you know, Lyft changed their surge pricing. I was making very good money on Lyft, so I was like, you know what? I don't need to go through this. I didn't go and pursue getting the license because at that time Lyft was treating me really well. And then
hold on. Nick Case. He put up the "Let's Go Brandon."
Yeah, I just saw that and I was like, hey, that's just like that.
All right, go ahead, bro. I couldn't help it. I had to. Go ahead,
so you know, that's why, because Lyft was treating me so well. That's why I traded in the Audi Q7 for the Porsche Cayenne, because I was making really good money and I wanted to maximize passenger experience. And you know, as we all know, like 3 days after Thanksgiving, Lyft changed their entire bonus structure and screwed us all over. And it hit me really hard because, you know, I was making less than half of what I was making because of that. So, you know, I was struggling. And then I was like, you know what? Enough's enough. I guess I have to go through with it. So in January, I signed up for the chauffeur's class again. March, I finally took it. Passed it, of course, because I know the city like the back of my hand. And I was like, okay, great, I'm ready to go. So then I was like, oh, well, now I got to find someone now I got to find someone that's going to lease me a vehicle with livery plates. And man, that was a journey and a half to get someone to find. Like I eventually, after like a week, I found two contacts, and one of them was going to lease me like a brand new Aviator, and then he just stopped talking to me. I was like, look, bro, like I'm ready to go right now. Like I'll give you the $600 up front and let's just do it. And I kept messaging him and just kept leaving me on read. I was like, okay, well, crap, what am I going to do? And then this guy who has like a giant fleet of like 150 vehicles in Chicago, he finally responded to me and was like, "Hey, I got a suburban you can pick up, and like tomorrow." I was like, but yeah, I mean, at that time I didn't have the $650 that I would need to put up front. So I was like, yeah, give me like 2 days. And then 2 days went by, and I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, man. Someone had to take that vehicle because their vehicle broke down." So I ended up having to wait like 5 more days until Saturday, and then I was like, "Hey, vehicle's ready." And this was at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay.
Like shit. So I literally like bolted home, ran through stoplights. Like I just had to get home as soon as possible. Dropped the car off in the garage, and I took a $90 comfort ride to go 18 miles to pick up the vehicle. I was like, whatever I got to do, man, I got to go get it. And then I got it, and Saturday night I started late, and man, it was just a completely just different world. I was like, at first I had on Uber Black and Uber Black SUV, but then like I kept getting like nonstop back to back like regular black rides, and I come to find out that basically Uber Black here is pretty much like Uber X. There's just so much demand. So I was like, okay, I guess I gotta turn this off and go to Uber SUV only. And I was still getting pings. I was like, this is crazy. Like, getting $45 for like a 15-minute trip. It was just like, it was unreal. And it kept coming and it kept coming. And I was like,
now with
like,
this is all through the app, right?
Yeah. This is all through Uber. Well, so let me backtrack a little bit. I had to create a separate account specifically for Black.
Okay.
So I wasn't able to do it
Like
myself.
who told you were gonna have to do?
Look, a support rep. One support rep told me that all they needed to do was just to do something on my current.
Look, Musa
profile.
Musa is your Padawan, but when it comes to Black, welcome to the family.
What?
So, anyways, it just started to come in.
Thank you, Jeff.
And like normally after like 8 or 10 hours, I get pretty tired. But man, I'm like between Saturday and Sunday, I pulled in like 38 hours. I was just like, I was on fire. I was like, man.
In 2 days, 38 hours in 2 days.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
The money
Yeah,
was,
but bro,
Did
the
you
pennies
do
were coming
clubs?
in.
Did you
When
do
that money's good, that
2
money's
a.m.?
good.
That's
Yeah, like Saturday, I went from 7 a.m. to like.
But I mean, 2 a.m.
I-
Did you do club time?
Oh yeah, of
people
course.
get-
I
Okay.
worked from 7 p.m. all the way up until like 1 p.m.
Gotcha. Mhm.
And then I slept for like
Dang.
3 hours, took a shower, and I hit the apps again for like another 20 hours
Some
straight.
airport rides after that? Yeah, those are probably airport at the time.
Oh no, not airport rides. I was doing just nothing but like local 2 to 3 mile drives. And it was just
Yeah, I see.
and then so kind of fast forwarding that to yesterday, I somehow got a rep from Lyft
I'll be right back.
to specially modify my account to only receive Lux Black XL requests. Now, this is something that no one else has because Lyft won't allow you to separate Lux Black and Lux Black XL. But I literally pestered this guy like 15, 20 times, and I guess he eventually gave up, and he modified my profile. It looks a little
And
weird.
Let me add something to that. For those who have XL and want to go XL only, you can add another vehicle and then request. You can request Lyft to make it where it's XL only. The dot will remove from any of the lines that you can choose from, and if you choose something else, you'll lose XL only. So the only way to get XL only is to request it through chat messages, and then you won't.
Yeah,
you see how he has nothing in his dots.
I have
It's like it's like
selected.
a hidden menu that they have, and they'll put you on it.
Steven,
So
I don't know if that's a
Lyft.
California thing because I have it here.
It's
in
not
Florida.
just a California. Yeah, it's not just a California thing. It's just if you want to do XL only.
No, what I mean is my last vehicle was XL only. I didn't have to do anything with Lyft.
Nick Case is nuts. He's hilarious.
No, okay.
Well, no.
So if the vehicle qualifies for other things in that category, and you only want to get XL, this is a problem one of the guys was having. Our Gig Music, he was saying he wanted XL only, and he had something else that he didn't want, and he contacted them and got it taken off. So it only would give him XL rides. Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to be clear about that because I had an XL. It was obviously an XL or an X. I never had X on, so I always had XL only on Lyft because it took a while for Lyft to do that. It always just kept me on one thing, but one day they just said, "Okay, here you go, XL only," and that was for me and everybody that did XL because it seems like me and a few other people down here, we all went to XL at the same time. So
I didn't know that. So I can call Lyft and add that on the XL Black because I get Lyft XL Black.
It's not that easy, man. As I said, I literally had to pester them 15 times through email support until they finally did it for me. It's they kept responding with the automated message that drivers cannot separate Lux Black from Lux Black XL, and I kept getting that several times, and I kept messaging them, and then at the end, they finally said, "Okay, we modified your account."
Because I've been getting Lux Black.
yeah, Eddie, you'd get more Lux Black if you turned Lyft Basic off.
No, I do turn Lyft Basic off, but they don't give me that. I never get Lux Black until now.
So
You didn't get it.
So like with something that you with Uber Black and or Uber Black, Uber Premier and Lyft Black, you have to be. It's not like a 24-hour thing. It's not going to be like Uber X or Uber XL where you can pretty much get a ride from anywhere. Like you have to be in the right areas and you have to be right exactly there. Because
and at the right times.
Like literally there could be someone that's 100 feet in front of you, and because they're closer to the pickup, they're going to get the request before you. So sometimes I've noticed that I've been playing leapfrog with other black drivers so that I can get closer to the hotspot than they are, so I get the request before they do.
Yeah, but sometimes. Sorry, never mind.
So, now obviously, if the closest driver declines that request, then it'll be passed on to someone else. But the initial request will come into the person who's physically closest to the pickup spot. So there are people who will literally go right in front of like the Waldorf Astoria, which is like one of our 5-star hotels, and they will literally sit there because they know eventually someone from that hotel is going to request a ride, and they want to be the first person to get it.
Because at my place on the south side of the airport, there was these private Learjets, and a lot of the pilots, they get moved from where they get there. They'll take them to a hotel, and I'll be getting those. So
we got guys down here.
It's a 20-minute ride for $60.
We got guys down here that sit inside hotels with their apps on. They sit inside the hotel with their apps on because that's how competitive it is.
It's exactly true. It's like that everywhere. The only way that you'll get a request that is not right next to where you are is if there's so much demand that there's no other driver available. Like this morning, I got my profile being on Lux Black XL only, I got a preferred. Now I didn't think that this was ever possible, because usually I prefer to go to like a Lux or even like a black driver, but the fact that it went all the way up to Lux Black XL really just shows how crazy it was this morning for me. So they were expecting some clapped out like 2014 like Buick Enclave, and here I come in a livery plated Chevy Suburban, and they're like, "What the hell is this?" And I'm like,
Nah, it's all about
Hey.
the clapped out MKT. Told you.
I saw a couple of those at the airport lot today. I thought of you when I saw them. One of them had a rusted out mirror. I was like, "Yeah, that's
Jesus.
definitely Steven's vehicle right there." So yeah, I mean, anyways, to sum it all up, like this literally came at like the perfect time. I'm literally working no less than 16 hours a day. I'm just trying to play catch up because I am a month behind on my rent, and I explained to my apartment what's going on, and they're okay with it. And I told them, hey, I'm gonna be caught up by the first, and then everything's gonna be good. So, I would say, by the second. After that, I'm not gonna have to work 16 hours a day anymore. I'm probably gonna go back to doing like 8 or 10 hours and just work off of the peak demand hours, because the peak demand hours is where I make like 80% of my money. Like there's a lot of hours where I'll be sitting at a spot for 2 or 3 hours and not get anything, but I am just sitting there just waiting for something. Like today, I did a couple airport runs and I had to wait like 2 hours in queue to get a ride, but I figured, hey, let me just take a nap and just wait, and that's what I ended up doing. And even on a what I would call a slower day, to a Lux Black XL standard or Uber Black SUV, I made $450. That at that level is low comparatively to what I was making the last few days.
But you needed the rest anyway.
I mean, if the rides are coming in, I just wouldn't sleep. But I figured, hey, I'm going to be sitting at the airport for a while. Let me just go take a nap. So, I sleep for 3 hours and then I hit it hard. And then if I end up at the airport, I just take a nap and try to catch up on sleep. So I've really been actively online for about 21 hours a day because of that. But that's just me, like, doing what I got to do to catch up. Once I catch up, it's back to regular hours again.
You were about to be branded the evicted driver.
It was close. It was close.
Oh my god, bro! Do you realize how many people we got in this room right now? Holy shit, we got 8 people on the stream tonight.
Was it like 10 of us?
Going on?
What?
Even
Listen, I want to go back to this. I want to go back to this $90 comfort ride that he took. Did you tip the driver? What the hell, man? A comfort ride?
I gave him a $10 tip.
There you go. Drivers taking care of drivers. You know what Omar would have gave you?
You know what?
Omar would have gave you?
I forgot that I ordered Uber Eats and I tipped that guy $10. So let me get my Uber Eats order.
You know what Omar would have gave you? He'd have gave you 3 stars and tell you don't go play the ponies. Shit.
Yeah.
Anyway. So listen, I'm glad Brandon's. I'm glad he's going to be able to eat tonight. I'm glad he's getting his stuff together. You know what, Brandon has been the guy who's gone through all kinds of different stuff to try to figure out what works for him. When you talk about pivoting, Brandon absolutely pivots every time, because he's been in everything from a Matchbox to a Porsche. Let me finish praising you first, and then I'll let you talk. Okay, we got to speed it up a little bit here, bruh. Anyway, by the way, my Heat are getting their ass kicked tonight in Milwaukee, but that's okay too. Anyway, what do you mean, bro? They won the first game. You got 2 home games.
I want us to win the second game. Come on. What's wrong with you?
You greedy ass wannabe Black XL Lux driver, you.
All right. Yeah, and I'll be at the Heat game getting them. It's not you.
you're right. You're right, because I ain't stupid enough to sit down there for an hour waiting on a $10 ride and then get on the radio, complain, oh my God, the apps are screwing me. Oh my God, they're screwing me.
right.
But I'm gonna go have my slice of pizza. Anyway, back to you, Brandon. Omar's about to get put in timeout.
So to elaborate on Vinny's comments, vehicles that I've owned, I've been in about seven different cars. Before I started ride sharing, I was in a Mustang, and then when I started ride sharing, I got into a 2016 Audi A7. That was my very first rideshare vehicle. So let me go before that. Me getting into this game, I kind of went reverse. I kind of went reverse of how everyone else is going. Everyone's driving to get out of ride sharing. I was already at the peak of my career as a senior RF engineer, and I downloaded the apps one day, and I saw where I lived. I was literally in the hottest zone in Chicago, like constantly, and I was like, "Wow, okay." I'm really bored because I'm a OCD with working. If I'm not working, I don't know what I'm doing. So I looked at it. I was like, okay, let me get a vehicle. So I traded in the Mustang for the Audi, and I didn't know what I was doing. I was like, let me just do Lux rides, and I was like, man, I'm not getting anything, and it's just me not knowing how to strategize or anything. So, like 3 months after I got the Audi, I went and got a 2023 Subaru Ascent. So, because I wanted to do XL rides. So, I did XL rides, and that was really, really good. Like, honestly, that was really good. But when the government started to hand out everyone their stimulus checks, everyone decided, oh, I'm going to upgrade my X vehicle and get a Toyota Sienna, Honda Odyssey. So all of a sudden, I started to see like every street corner having like 3 brand new like Odysseys and Siennas, and I was like, I'm not getting any more XL rides. So I was like, oh shit. Now, so I traded in the brand new Subaru Ascent with only 5,000 miles at that point, and I got a Ford Expedition. A Ford Expedition turned out to be a complete shitbox, and rather than
found on road dead, fix or repair daily. Ford pickups come with standard tailgate warmers, so when it's snowing and you break down, you don't get frostbite pushing it to the garage.
Vinny, I thought we were trying to speed things up. Let me finish. So, anyways,
but you're a little slow. Let's go.
So rather because I ended up giving the dealer a 1-star rating on Google reviews, and I am like the top level like Google reviewer, so my comment always comes in first above everyone else's. So the owner of the company called me, and we made a deal to where he would take the vehicle back, no loss on my end, if I removed the review. So I did, because I didn't want the vehicle anymore, because it was just so many. There's the folding board to step into the vehicle that snapped. There's the shocks are just destroyed. So I got the Ascent back. I kept that for a couple of months, and then I ended up in the Audi Q7. And I ended up getting that wrapped matte black. Now, this vehicle, I'm going to say from my experience, because I don't know anyone else has been in as many different vehicles as I have, that vehicle brought me in more tips than any other vehicle I've ever had. Just because it was the matte black wrap, and there's the middle row had lots of space. They loved it. It was great. It was probably my most profitable vehicle, and if I had known better, I should have stayed in it, and I would have been fine. And then, I got a really stupid idea of trying to maximize out my tip potential because Lyft was treating me so well. So I went all in, and I got a 2019 Porsche Cayenne that was fully optioned out, and then the Lyft purge happened. So
Yep.
I still have the Cayenne. I tried to list it out on Turo, but as I mentioned briefly, between two different incidents on Turo, I lost 3 weeks of my time and $7,000. So I'm never doing that again.
Yeah, that's what I told Eddie, and that was my biggest fear. I mean, we had talked about we talked about Turo about 4, 5, 6 months ago, and I got the dude. Literally, Brendan, I put the truck online, right, and I was going to go for it, and then I got somebody wanted the truck. They wanted it for 2 weeks, and then I thought about it. I'm not going to see my truck. I'm going to trust somebody I ain't never met before a day in my life with Bumblebee for 2 fucking weeks.
So here, it's not.
Did Turo take care of the Did Turo take care of their
Hold on, guys. Hold on.
the repairs?
So, hold on. All right. So I made the mistake of selecting the 90% plan, which means that I get 90% of the payout, but I have a $2,500 deductible. Let alone behold, I have an incident that was about $5,500 in damage, and I had to pay that $2,500 deductible. So obviously Turo covered the rest, but I didn't get compensated for my time. I didn't get compensated for for the rental I had to have. So I lost a lot of money. And so like even if I went with like the 75 plan, which is only a $250 deductible, I'm still not going to get compensated for my loss of time. The 75 plan, yes, they will compensate me for rental, but they're still not going to compensate me for my time. Even if I went to the 60% plan, they're only going to cover me for like either 50% of my payout per day for that vehicle or my rental. So even at the 60 level, I'm still losing money on my time that I have to waste processing that vehicle, getting everything done. So at the end of the day, even with the 60 plan and maximum protection, it's too much of a pain. The only way that I could see Turo being profitable is if you go with one of those management companies that you give the vehicle to, and they take they take 70%.
They take 50%. Oh yeah.
Yes,
they
do. But you don't have to deal with the vehicle being down because they're still going to comp you for that. So you're not going to make as much if you did it on your own, but at the end of the day, you don't have to deal with the repairs of the vehicle. And my most valuable asset is my time. So if I have to waste my time, that means I have to go offline and not make any money on Lyft and Uber to deal with this. So losing 3 weeks of that time, that is way too much money.
Well, that's what WeZoom just said. He just said Turo is not a passive income. I've got a neighbor here. I've got a neighbor that's got 5 cars that he rents on Turo. And I can tell you right now, for the last, I want to say probably close to 2 weeks, 3 of those cars are sitting in his yard. They're not moving. They're not moving. I agree with WeZoom. And like you said, Brandon, you found out. That's what I was trying to give you a little praise for, was that you've done it all already, and you've tried different ways. And I'm hoping this one is the one that's going to work for you and finally get you, where you're trying to get to in the rideshare game.
I mean, for me, if this doesn't work out, I still have an out. I'll just go back to the corporate world and be an RF engineer and go back to that. So I'm really trying to avoid that because I'm tired of working 90 hours a week for 40 hours of pay.
Right.
So, but at the end of the day, I still have the option to do that. But I'm really enjoying how everything is working out right now. And as Benny mentioned, I have a Suburban that it's a lease. I'm spending $600 a week for it. But as I've mentioned, I'm making an exorbitant amount more money with it, so it's very much worth it. Next week, I'm possibly going to be switching to a 2019 Escalade for only $650 a week. Yeah, sure, it's going to take premium gas. Yeah, sure, it's going to be more money, but I'm going to be getting those Escalade tips. Those Escalade tips are going to be more than enough to cover that. So I am worried about that.
So since you've been in the Suburban, right, your tips have been good, correct?
Oh, yeah, great. Absolutely great. Like,
so let me ask you a question. You just said, wait, you're getting the Suburban at $600 a week. What's the Esco going to cost you? Yeah, I can't see that. Just go ahead and say it out. It's hard to see.
So my tips for this week alone has been $205.
Okay. And how much is the Escalade?
It's $50 more a week, so $650 a week compared to $600. The Suburban takes E85 and the Escalade takes premium.
Okay, hold on. I got to put myself in timeout for a minute. Hold on. Because Eddie just cracked a good one on Ron.
Oh.
Anyways.
I see.
Well, now listen, Brandon, what you're doing, not everybody can do in Chicago. Like you're.
Yeah, so there's
this was a hoop that you had, a legal hoop that you had to drive through.
There is a double barrier of entry that kind of locks in a select amount of people that can do this, and that double barrier of entry is the city of Chicago chauffeur's license, not the shit that Uber and Lyft gives you. You got to actually get one from the city, and then once you get that.
With that one, you said you had to know your city like the back of your hand. Did you have to actually prove you had knowledge of the roads, or was it just
so
that you had to show
the
your skill
exam
set?
was talking about, you know, what separates east from west, north from south, what direction is this road going, what's the address for all the 5-star hotels, what's the address for, you know, Willis Tower, like, you know, they say
landmarks.
Yeah,
landmarks.
Exactly.
That's what they did here in Broward. It's same thing here in Broward County.
What's the penalty for parking in a bike lane? What's, you know, like all these questions, all these questions that I pretty much had gradually had learned already, because at this point I'm already like 4,000 or 5,000 rides in deep between Uber and Lyft. So I just from that alone, I knew the city like the back of my hand. So I aced the test, no questions, the first time. I didn't even study. So that was the first barrier of entry. So you get like that's the easy part. So most people from that point will go and work for a chauffeur company, and they'll make an abysmal $30 to $40 an hour taking clients, and they're just essentially losing a ton of money. But to get your own livery vehicle to do your own Uber Black and Lyft Black rides, you have to know a fleet owner, and those are extremely rare and very hard to come by. So I got extremely lucky. That alone is not going to happen for everybody. So you can have your license all day, but if you don't have the vehicle to drive, it ain't going to do crap. So what a lot of people end up doing is that they just give up and they go work for a chauffeur company, and you know they'll make about like half or a third of the amount that they would be making if they had their own livery vehicle.
And that's if the company has work, because they don't got no work. What are you doing?
So I actually went through and applied, and like they'll it's a full-time job. Like the big limousine companies, like they have way too much work. So what they'll end up doing is, because they have so much work, there's like this special like Telegram channel where they'll hand out work to drivers like me, and they take like a 20% cut of the pay, and we get 80%. But of course, they would rather hire a chauffeur, pay them crap money, and just take all that extra money. But because there isn't enough drivers for these companies that are getting hundreds and hundreds of rides a day from clients because they're the biggest names in the city, they just start handing them out to other people. So so once so that's what like 95% of the people who get their chauffeur's license, they go for that because that's the easy route. I of course don't like the easy. I went in for the hard, and as I said, I got extremely lucky. I found a guy. I got my foot in the door. Now, what I do from here is, once I catch up on my bills and I get everything caught up, I'm gonna go and get my own livery plates. I already know the process and what I need to do. So once I get money saved up, I'm gonna go and get my own vehicle and get my own livery plates, so that I'm not giving someone $600-700 a week so that I can lease theirs. And then from there, can save up and add another vehicle and then charge someone else $700 a week to lease that vehicle out, and let them make money for me. Because at that point, if I get like 3 or 4 vehicles in my fleet, I don't gotta work anymore. I just let them work for me. And I know, Vinny, you mentioned that someone in Chicago had an issue with the app getting banned.
Whoa! What? I had an issue with what?
You mentioned that you spoke with someone that had that was going through what I was going through right now, but they got banned on the app, so they got screwed over.
Oh, you mean the big that was the guy up there that the Uber thought he was like spoofing the app because he had a second vehicle running, and Market Watch had to get involved, and some very good people got involved on that guy's behalf, and they got him back on the platform. He was an Uber Black Fleet. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, like worst case scenario, like if I get banned off of Uber or Lyft, like as long as I can get 3 or 4 vehicles on my fleet, I'll make enough to where I don't have to drive. I just gotta basically manage the fleet at that point.
Well,
So
I mean, but that's getting out of rideshare, bro. You do know that, right? Because now you're going to be the king ding-a-ling instead of the driver. You're going to be the dispatcher. That's getting out of rideshare.
That should be the point, though. That should be the point to get out of this.
That's an option, though. I didn't say that. That's what I'm going to do.
I just wanted to point out that you're just coming in where some of us have been around for a while, but most of the drivers on here are newer, right? So Jeff, I know is only like 2-3 years in. Eddie's only 2-3 years in. Steven, I think, is about the same. Red, I think, is pretty new. Ron and I and Omar have been around for a while. We're a couple of old heads. You can see it shows on Omar. So we get it.
I've been in and out 7 years.
Yeah. So all right. So Steven's part-time old head who's going to get his ass kicked next week.
But yeah.
Wait. So Brandon, let me explain this to me. So you've got Premiere, and then you have Premiere SUV, and then there's another level above that.
No. So for the cities that have Premiere, they can't have Black. And for the cities that have Black, they can't have Premiere. And Black is, I would say, above Premiere, because Black, you have to have special licensing in order to even be approved to drive for that platform. Whereas Premiere, all you need is just a vehicle, and then you can get online.
So they completely got rid of Lux SUV, because that's what that was the thing down here with Lux SUV.
So Uber Lux is only existing in, I believe, Hollywood and some parts in LA, and nowhere else.
All of Los Angeles.
So, yeah, that and then also Uber Select and those other weird ride types that. Too. So yeah, that's only available in LA. Everywhere else.
So the liaison from Uber got in contact with me. We were discussing me getting a Select on my car, and because of course it should qualify compared to all the other vehicles there. Turns out, so they have an expiration date based off of vehicle. So if your vehicle isn't within the age range, they're basically grandfathering out anybody that has Select. So they're still able to do Select for now until their vehicles get aged out.
So,
but they wouldn't add my car in.
Here's something else that I've mentioned a couple times in the past, but at this point, I don't care that I mention it again. There's a tier beyond Uber and Lyft for the extreme vehicles called Black Lane. Black Lane is basically what Uber used to be, which was just black only. And they charge exorbitant rates. Like, they're going to charge a passenger $450 for a ride to the airport. But Black Lane's fleet is extremely limited. Only top tier vehicles are allowed, and they can only be 2 to 3 years old. Once you like if you have a 2020 Mercedes-Benz S500, it doesn't qualify for Black Lane. It's got to be 2 years. The vehicle can not be older than 2 years.
You guys know why they do this, right? You guys know why they limit years on vehicles and why they limit the amount of Black Lux or private driver limo license. You know why they do all this, right? They do it so that particular money revenue stream for the counties and the cities doesn't get saturated like with what Uber and Lyft did with the rideshare game. This way they can keep prices up and keep tax revenues high. That's why there's only, in the Broward County Charter, I want to get this right. God, I hope I get this right. There's only like 480 in the entire county of entire Broward County. There's only like 480 private licenses available every year. Most of those are held by limo companies. Every now and then somebody will sneak in through a lottery. And that's why they do it, so they can keep prices high, which is what we all wish Uber and Lyft would do, would be to limit the amount of drivers in our markets so they can keep the prices high, keep demand high. But when you saturate a market, guess what happens? Too much competition, too much of something is no good for the worker bee. And we are the worker bees. So I wanted to put that out there. Anyway.
Well, yeah, I'm done with my rambling.
Well, I just want to say real quick that I'm happy for you, Brandon. A little bit of what you're saying reminds me of some friends that I have down here that were doing what you were doing, and it was good until it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Vinny kind of knows what I'm talking about. So
until Florida became the worst market in the country.
Yeah, it really, gosh. So, like I said, it sounds like you have some barriers, both legal and otherwise. I'm still not quite understanding everything, but we have to move on from this topic. But it does sound like you have some things that sort of kind of protect you.
Yeah, it is.
Maybe I don't agree with it, but that's a whole topic for a whole nother day. Keep doing your thing, man. I'm not hating, man. Just make that money. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, I wish I was.
Absolutely.
I can't keep up with that, man. I'm trying, but I can't.
At the airport lot, there isn't a single dirty vehicle. You got guys out there. Every time they roll up to that lot, even if it's already clean, they already have their cloths and their windshield wiper fluid. They already have. They're cleaning their vehicle while they're waiting for the ride. Like this is like. I wouldn't say that there's a requirement for that, but it's like an unknown thing. If you show up to pick someone up, and your vehicle's dirty, you're goodbye.
The thing that's crazy is that down here that changed. Nobody gives a fuck down here. Seriously, like the cars I see in the airport lot. I mean, I'm telling you, it's just people just they don't care. So,
I mean, when you guys are sitting around, you don't like vacuum your car and wipe it down, and you don't do none of that. You just
Well, see,
Let it.
and that's another.
So
that's another point.
I take my car through the cheap wash like 2 or 3 times a day, and I
You're
get the
damn
vehicle.
right.
I get the vehicle detailed twice a week.
Well, you damn right.
So
Well, see,
I'm
that's all-
very very thorough.
But that's what I'm talking about. And I know I make a joke about it, so I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus on this panel. But there's more to being a Lux Black SUV or a Lux Black Premier SUV driver than just having a vehicle that qualifies. There's a certain attire that comes with it. There's an expectation from that rider when you're coming in. If they're paying $150 to go 20 miles, you better, goddamn it, dance on your dashboard.
You better not fucking show up in sandals because they'll cancel.
You
on
better
you.
not. You know what I mean?
Dude, that's like one of those things. Like,
You-
why
you
would
have
wear
to
We have
sandals?
that down here, Vinny. You know that.
Yeah, I do. I absolutely do. But what I'm saying is people don't. Everybody wants the prize, but they don't want to work for the prize. Wait a minute now. God damn it, Brandon's in timeout. Some bitch. He's in timeout. You know what he just did, right? You know what he just did, right? You know what he just did, right?
He advertised a pizza company.
No, that some bitch is eating a pizza again. He didn't bring nothing for the rest of us. Red.
Yeah, that's right.
And this, when Brandon comes into the live stream, he always has food, and he never brings enough for everybody. Mr. $900 a day over there, Mr. $900 a day over there could afford to send pizzas to Philly and Phoenix and LA.
Look,
and Delhi.
in May, when I'm all caught up, I will do that.
You better
Right now,
DoorDash everybody at
I will.
8 p.m.
Sure,
Don't DoorDash mine. I don't
but
want
I once I'm all caught up, then I'll do it.
I'm
now,
In
requesting,
other words, he's not going to be caught up.
I'm
right,
requesting
somebody make a
lemon
clip of
pepper
that.
wings, extra seasoning with
Take
lemon
notes.
it. She's with it. She is with it. I'm gonna like Red. I'm gonna like Red in the group. I'm gonna like this. All right, so I want to move on to the next thing. Brandon, we're glad you're smiling this week, and hopefully you'll be back next week and still smiling, because I'm rooting for you, buddy. I am. I'm rooting for you. It ain't easy, and it damn sure ain't easy out here right now. I have been asking in the Discord all goddamn week about Coachella updates, and the only one that's updating me is Buddha and Musa a little bit. But you ain't. What'd you say?
Weren't they the only? What? Don't we only have 3 people in the chat that were at Coachella? So I mean,
Yeah, but two of the 3, they don't have my personal number. They don't get text messages from me.
oh,
They're not in the little group chat. The guy I depend on, my ace in the hole out in LA, that's not named Sergio. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, because I just see those guys in the Discord, man. They're like sleeping on cash right now, and I'm just thinking to myself, oh my gosh.
I heard in Coachella
that was
they're actually
Musa.
price gouging over there.
I want to hear about Coachella. I want to know who officially gig ward
So
the money for the first weekend.
I'll give a mini. I'll give a mini update
no.
on behalf of Musa.
No. Wait a minute. Hold on, Brandon. I thought Musa and We Zoom and Buddha wanted to come on tonight.
They do. That's what I said. They need the link.
Could you send it? I told you how to get the link. Hit the little plus. Hit the little guy with the plus in front of it. Set him up. Let him come in and I mean, hey, the more the merrier. It's a party now. Except the only one eating is Brandon.
Talk on something else. I'll try to get this.
Is my mic still loud? Is my mic still loud?
Yeah, you loud as hell, bro.
Oh my gosh. I'm trying to fix this thing.
You picked up the mic and brought it up to your mouth. What do you expect?
Coachella is a very different beast, and you cannot drive on the app. You have to be private only.
Somebody said they were doing X over there. I don't know who that was.
There were people doing
if you're doing on the apps at Coachella, you're doing it wrong. I'm just gonna call it out there right now.
Who's working the Coachella right now? Any of you guys working the Coachella?
They said that the money was week
last
1.
weekend. We're going back this weekend.
So Steven,
because
let's
I saw some news. I saw some news that a lot of somebody put it on TikTok was that 2 coffees and a sandwich, $63.
Oh yeah,
Given that
that's
they
what
were
people were
paying
telling me.
$500 for tickets.
All right. So
Yeah.
so Steven, give us the rundown on the first weekend of Coachella, buddy.
Man, Monday. Well, for me, I went on Thursday. Those guys were already out there. They were scoping out the streets around the area to see what kind of blockages they were, or roadblocks and everything they were gonna have. And so I came in Thursday, but of course I was in the Tesla Model 3 because I had to use the rental while I was still waiting for my car on week 4 for me, waiting for my car. My car, he ended up letting me know it was going to be ready on Friday. So I went down Thursday. Thursday was explosive at the airport. There's just surge all over the place. However, we discovered, Lyft has a $15 surge cap.
No way.
$15 surge cap the entire time. Yeah.
This is what I was afraid of for you, man. This is what I was afraid of. They always effing change something. It pisses me off, man. Gosh.
So everywhere, even especially around the arena and everything like that, $15 surge cap. These people were paying $200, at least for Lux Black and Lux Black XL. It could be $250 to $300 per ride. It was insane. And then you would get, you would get 50, 60, if you're up there, $50, $60. I don't know. I think
you gotta be
the highest for Musa, it was like maybe 100. So yeah, that depending on riding distance.
Well, hold on. Steven, did you get any proof of this?
Let me see.
Did you get any?
Yeah, we took screenshots. Yeah, we got screenshots.
Not from your end, from the rider's end as well.
We went, so we would go into the rider application and we would take pictures of rides from the locations to the destinations the riders were talking about.
Okay.
Yeah. Or even test. Yeah. So yeah.
This is some bullshit. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I gotta take a break. I'm getting mad for you, bro. Let me tell you.
So Musa said it. And then he had a screenshot. Then I went and tested it myself. He's like, don't take any of these rides for any less because we had people around us. So basically the first day it was mostly experienced drivers that were there, experienced people negotiating and whatnot. By the second day, and then especially the third day, we had a bunch of newbies trying to try to hustle up rides around the exits at the festival grounds. And I mean, it was definitely an oversaturation of drivers standing there. Even when we would get over to the after parties, some people had the information early, but it was wild. There was a lot of money to be made. And if you were patient and you argue your case, because of course they're trying to get a deal. You got a bunch of people that are trying to fake it to make it and whatnot. You got people that are getting rooms that are a couple of $1,000s or whatever, and there's like 4 or 5 girls staying in the same room. So there's my normal strategy and what I did when I went to Arizona for the Super Bowl. You go there the first few days so that you can you can actually meet a bunch of different people, go to different areas, explore the areas, and then also find places where you can make contacts. And then, work with them. But I didn't get as much of that time to do all that because I had to drive back. So I drive back to LA Friday morning, super early morning, and I get my car on, I want to say like 5 o'clock. It takes me till about 5 o'clock. I need to get my stuff ready, get the car ready, and then I get back down to Coachella by about, I want to say 10, 11, somewhere in there. So I missed like all the Friday traffic to the airport, unfortunately. But Musa, he came in. I want to let him talk about what he did, but he came in and he was a savage. He came in and he was making thousands of dollars a day.
Well, where's he at? Where's Musa at?
Steven, how far away are you from Coachella? Like an hour and a half?
No. So let's say Friday, heavy traffic. It could be 3 hours to 4 hour drive.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Why weren't you staying there, bro?
I had the Model 3 because I went to go test out the market. Then I brought it back because I got my car back on Friday. I got my
What do you
Y
mean?
back, and I didn't want to be driving
Oh.
Lux over there. I wanted access to Lux Black.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I missed out Friday. So my game
Yeah.
is going to be completely different next weekend than it was this one. But man, yeah, like I said, I missed out on a lot of those airport rides. But Monday, oh my God, the rides were just rolling, going, like practically all morning. And then it finally started dying down. I want to say like 1 to 2. And I took a ride back, $400. Took a ride back to LA. So.
Is it like one area? Is it just one area, or is it like multiple areas?
So what we found was that there was certain areas where they had the high-end hotels, right? So we paid attention to those. We locked those in. And then we also locked in the place where there was a lot of Airbnbs, gated community Airbnbs. We locked those in too. We also, thanks to Buddha, he came in and he already knew, because he has years of experience, the streets, where to wait, where the police won't give you any tickets or anything, and you can wait for passengers. So we got that locked. What else did we get? I mean,
yeah, that's really important. Like any kind of shortcut that you can discover. Because me personally, I'll find these areas where they could put cones down or whatever the case may be. Move the cones, something to where it's like, hey, I can get out of here real quick and get back in here real quick. You know.
And that's basically what we did. So this spot made it where it would cut down the time to get in and out. And then we just chill. There's people coming in, present our case. But Musa, he just knows how to smooth talk anybody. It's incredible to watch him work. He's just a natural when it comes to psychology.
So did you learn anything from him?
I mean, I'm watching him and I'm thinking I can't do that.
What do you mean?
It takes practice. I know what you're saying, Steven, because I had some friends down here. I had some friends down here that were savages, and I'm like, man, how do I do that? And you just the first time you tell somebody, no, this is the price, and then they go, okay, I'll and okay, it's like, wow, okay, but you feel like backing off and saying, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. Like now you should see me, man. I'm at an event. They're like, oh, how much? 100. Oh, well, it's 100. Take it or leave it.
Right. and that's kind of the approach I had. But Musa is even more of a beast. He convinced that, like, somebody tells you, oh, sell me this pen. He's like, he'll sell you that pen. He will sell. I mean, he'll take. Is this Brandon's catalog? And he'll tell you, hey, buy this back from me.
I'm starting to think it. Wait a minute. I'm starting to think it's the other way around.
Imagine if I was there.
Oh,
I'd be making $3,000 to $5,000.
Listen. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. I think Musa is the evil Star Wars dude behind Darth Vader over here. I'm thinking it's the other way around. I don't think Brandon's the teacher. I think Brandon's just he's the Joe Biden of rideshare right now. So that's what I think.
Brandon, then we should have went then. Because I was thinking you're not going to go.
Vinny, that's messed up, Vinny.
And that's why I was like, if you're not going to go.
I actually had an Airbnb and a rental vehicle locked. And then I lost $7,500. So I had to cancel it.
New J, Shibo Dog.
So,
did you already
what happened to me? I got screwed over. But yes, I am very proud that Musa is out there killing it. Representing me in Chicago.
Thanks for the super sticker. I appreciate you, New Jay. Thank you.
Hey, New Jay, appreciate you, brother. Listen, Key, I'm just telling it like it is. Tell it like it is. Anyway. Oh, man.
I mean, no. Musa, man, I wish. You know what?
Well, listen, y'all got another. Wait, well, hold on. Slow down there, Turbo. We got you guys got another weekend of Coachella coming up, right?
He's not coming. So he's got what is it? Not Ramadan. What's the thing after that? Well, he's whatever it is. He's got that, and he said, "Yeah."
See, look, I'm not the only one who thinks this way.
Yeah,
Kyle says it too, right? Kyle says it too. See, I ain't the only one. I knew I wasn't the only one. Damn it. Nah, but we know. We know Brandon.
Yeah, no. Kyle saw. Kyle could completely. Kyle, why aren't you in the live, bro?
That's what I was saying. So next week, if you guys want next week, I mean, we can do it tonight. We can do it next week. Doesn't matter to me. I wanted to get into Coachella a little bit. I was hoping to have a couple of people on here that were at Coachella. You know.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with Buddha.
Hey, Vinny.
So we can set it up. We can set it up for next week. We'll take Buddha, right. Musa, Kyle, if you're available. We Zoom. I'd like to get him on. You know, he can't be exclusive to Sergio all the time. You know what I mean?
Somebody in the chat said that LA was a little empty. Was that a good thing, Steven, right? Or no?
As far as last weekend?
Yeah, somebody's saying it was a little empty, so maybe I guess that meant more rides or more surge in LA, maybe.
That was my guy, Mr. Gambit.
Last week. Hopefully it'll be this way again, make it a little I guess it's good for I think so this was part of the issue. Like I said, we had a bunch of newbies that came out, especially on Sunday, looking to make some make money outside the apps. They're standing on the streets, trying to get their rides,
what were they driving?
That's the thing. A bunch of mostly I want to say not necessarily Priuses, but they were all like sedans. There was some XLs, and then you had so many livery people or SUV people. It was insane. Like you had a handful of them that were suited and booted, and then you had the people with the tablets and whatnot, all like, oh yeah, what's it called? I'm available. They're like, yeah, I got an SUV, limo service, Lux service, blah 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 blah. And they're just pissing off the people as they're walking past, right? Because again, a lot of these people that were coming out of the fence, you could almost like tell, like they were faking it to make it and hanging out. Like a bunch of them got invited.
That's what we be doing like this. We do like this.
Exactly.
We be holding our phones out like this.
Some of them had huge old tablets.
But this is what I don't understand about that, right? Like I get it. I see what Jeff is doing, and I see that all the time at the one little arena over here by me. And I don't understand how the cops just let that go.
Because they don't give a shit, Vinny. They don't care, Vinny.
They just want to get the traffic out of there.
Exactly.
And not only that, Wait a second.
Wait a minute. Time out. Hold on. Wait a minute. To answer Mr. Omar's query over here, or response to my query, bro, when you are blocking the sidewalk, when these people are trying to get to the rideshare,
they were ticketing those people.
Well, they ain't ticketing them here. When you're blocking and harassing and accosting people, it's one thing, Omar, if they come up to you and say, hey, bro, hey. Right. But it's another thing when you're standing there with a fucking billboard on your chest talking about, hey, I'm an Uber Lux driver in a fucking duct tape minivan, talking about I'll take you across the street for $150.
And you know that's not me, Vinny. You know I don't harass people because we see these people follow them. Like they follow people.
Did I say you?
No, I know that, Vinny. I know what you're saying. I know what I agree with you, Vinny. But you had asked a question about the cops don't do anything, and that was kind of a broad question, and I was saying they don't. But if it's more specific to what you were just now saying, then yeah, they will do something. If you're blocking traffic or harassing someone or hurting someone, yeah.
Yeah. Now, hey, Thomas spoke to this part real quick. He said if the Uber and Lyft app crashed all 3 days of Taylor Swift, and all you could take is cash ride. We did that.
Oh, wait, did it really?
Yeah, we've had that happen here. We've had that happen
slowed
here.
down, but they didn't crash. Unfortunately,
that's bait.
We were waiting for the crash because if the crash came in, like I said, yeah, exactly. Yeah. People want to get home, and they, but there were complete dead zones in some areas, and then sometimes the app wouldn't pick it up and whatnot. So it's like, hey, I'm sitting here. I got this car. What do you want to do? But I literally, it's funny. Remember the sign, right? So I put it in the back of my car because originally I had it in the windshield. So I put my digital sign in the back glass, and I'm just sitting there scrolling through my phone because I just pulled into the street where we're allowed to park, and they won't give us a ticket. Right. Some guy just walks up to my window. Hey, can you take us? We just need to go over to this. It's like 15 minutes away. I'm like, okay, what's the address? I throw it in. I'm looking at Lyft. I'm like, well, Lyft for black is charging 120. I'm like, well, the ride's gonna be no less than this. He's like, well, can you do it for 80? I'm like, no. Why would I take that for 80? That makes no sense. He's like, yeah, okay. Well, what can we do? I'm like, this ride is 120. I was like, he's like, oh well, I'm like, I can do it for 100. He's sitting there thinking about it. He's like, all right, let's go. So I wasn't even asking anybody for anything. He saw the Tesla, he saw the sign, he came up to me. You know what?
Yeah.
The funny thing, he passed. So people were, think of it, this corner is like an L, right? The event, and it comes down, and you have to walk across. Then you can come down the lane where all the cars are. So he passed, I want to say 20 livery drivers and other, what's it called? Like Uber and Lyft drivers, and came to my car. I didn't even ask him for anything.
No, that's because you know what, Steven? He had already that person already shopped around, because that's what's been going on with me lately, is that they shop around and then they come back to me and they go, you know what? You were actually reasonable. I'm like, whatever.
Have a good night, Red.
Yeah. Hey, Red's going to go ahead and leave us. She got some other things to do. So, hey, Red, we appreciate you coming through. Listen, I'm going to send you the link every Wednesday night. You don't have to come in, but you're going to be able to come in.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to lock you in, and I'm going to start a war with somebody right after.
Let me can you screenshot me and send it through Discord so that we can get you verified?
Who?
Because I don't see you in here.
Oh, that's because I got your Gig War official. There I am. Hi. Who are you talking?
You, Vinny. I don't see you in the app.
Okay. Yeah. As soon as we get done tonight, I'll figure it out.
When you're all done, screenshot me and we'll get you verified.
Okay.
And
I'm in here. Yeah, I'm in there.
And anybody that wants to go to war with me, however this thing works, bring it. Bring it. Bring it.
Vinny, you sure about that?
Bring it.
You want that smoke?
Awesome.
Vinny,
And just remember,
you through the week.
and just remember, I'm in Florida. I can carry.
Vinny, I'll check during the week, and I'll see you guys next Wednesday.
All right, Ms. Red. Take care, sweetie.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody. Sorry,
Bye.
I'm sorry. And how the hell do I get out of here? Oh, there's the leave button. Okay. I've never used this one before.
We got you.
Bye, guys.
All right.
Thank you.
Take care.
Somebody said 150 to LAX. I hope that was a good ride. Jeez.
150.
Oh my God.
Nope, not a good ride. That drive, especially if you take it during the day, which I ended up taking it back during the day instead of my usual. I'll take it at night or take it super early in the morning. Like I said, 3 to 4 hours. Plus, I had to charge once on the way.
Well, so hopefully we can get you, Musa, Buddha, and maybe we Zoom if he's not doing anything. I know he says we go a little too long. You know, we Zoom one time said, bro, y'all like the Energizer Bunny. I come in, say hello. I go take a nap, take a shower, take the wife to dinner, come back, and you guys are still on. It's like, yep, that's what we do in the garage. That's what we do in the garage.
Hey, Steven, real quick.
Is there betting allowed?
Well, listen, you got to talk to Red, man. You got to figure it out, bro.
Well, whoever wins gets 20% of whatever you made for the day.
What the hell's wrong with you, man?
Oh, okay.
Listen, Brandon, first of all, Brandon can't gamble a red penny until like June of 2028. Okay? So Brandon's out of that. You know?
No, I'm confident that I would destroy you all. I'll
yeah,
give
you're
$1,000.
I'm not taking that.
It's an unfair playing field.
Wait, you have access to Lux Black XL? Come on.
Yeah, but I don't have them being fed to me like a baby in a high chair. Okay?
If I was in your market, I would take that chance. I would take it.
Oh, if I was in Brandon's market, I'd make Brandon move to Miami.
I would say Texas, Austin versus Austin. Well, Texas versus Texas. Bring it on.
No, bro.
There's gotta be people in here in Texas.
Eddie, I gotta come for you, bro. We're gonna get on here. We're gonna do this caddy challenge, and then I'm gonna go have Steven's ass next week on this Tesla challenge, and then I guess maybe I'm trying to see who would match up with Jeff. I think.
But see, this is the problem with me doing the war. I don't like talking about it online because I'm a very secure person. I hate to tell people how much cash I ride around with because I don't want nobody to rob me. I do way more cash rides.
Oh.
So I don't like talking about that on my videos, man, because I don't want nobody to rob me. Be like, hey, that's that dude, Debbie. I don't do that. So it's like me going to war. I never turn down a good cash ride. I won't.
Yeah.
I'll lose every time on the app because nobody knows what I'm really making. I don't talk about that.
Yep.
Like, dude.
I tell you though, I like what they
be like. Oh man, I'm riding around with $8,000 cash. Be like, don't do that.
Yeah, I like what they're doing though. I like the way they got it structured. And it is. I think it's gonna be. It can be a motivator because when you're like feeling down or you're starting to get a little bored, maybe it's taking a little long for that app to get there, and you're like, man, but I gotta kick Omar's ass.
Hey, did you see Nick's comment? Nick's comment is gold right there.
We'll put it up. Oh, wait a minute. This one, Brandon is still borderline the evicted Porsche driver. Got to give him some more time before he.
I sent you the link.
Hey, you know what? I'm the up and coming driver now. I'm the up and coming. I'm no longer evicted. I'm gonna catch up on my rent.
Oh no, bro.
That's a guarantee.
Bro, I'm not even knocking what you're doing, bro. Not even
as long as I make $300 a day, I'll make it, and I'm making way more than that.
There is something I wanted to bring up, you guys. So the Taylor Swift concert, right? Somebody put in the group. I think it was Ron. Is Ron still with us, or did he take off?
I think I don't know if he took off. I saw him moving with the laptop, and then he just disappeared. Where'd you go, Ron?
So there was this message, and I want to see if I can get it on my computer. Hold on a second. This woman put this text message out in a Facebook post from the Taylor Swift concert. So give me a second. I am going to you guys talk about something until I get this set up.
Okay.
And Jeff, how much were these? Everybody,
how much were these tickets for the concert?
Oh, I can tell you because my daughter and my granddaughter went. My daughter took my granddaughter to the concert, and they were on the floor. On the floor tickets were $1,200 a piece.
Well, where's this at, Vinny?
This was in Tampa last weekend.
Oh, okay.
They were there.
Was that the cheap ones? Or that was the cheap ones?
He said they were on the floor, Eddie. They were on the floor, Eddie. Those are not cheap tickets.
I've never been to a concert.
Yeah, I figured you would not understand what he said. He said the floor. That means they're like there, like
dead center.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Never been to $1,200. Oh my
God.
Listen,
some venues will have general admittance, and then they'll have like the VIP areas where it's like a private entrance.
So Eddie, I wanted to ask you, what's going on with you?
You're right, Mr. Gambit.
Is everything okay with you? Is your Cadillac not broke down anymore?
Hold on, one guy at a time, please.
Yeah,
no. Let me see if I can get it on there.
What does that say?
But when I do private rides, I do cash out.
Yeah.
On the back of a business card, I go look at the video. My QR code's already in my car. So when people get back there, if I got to take them to the store or something like that, and they go, hey, man, I didn't do a second trip. I'm like, well, you can just hit my QR code or whatever for what you want to ride back home for. So when I get to the store, I turn the app off. I close their ride, turn the app off, and they just give me cash for the ride back home because they've already QR code me for the money back. And so I do that all the time. I tell people, don't add a second stop, just QR code me the money. And that's all I do.
I did a little bit of that during Ultra. But people on the street were flagging me down.
Yeah, man, you got to use them QR codes, man. You got to. All right, I try not to carry no cash on me in case anything was to happen. I don't want cash on me.
Okay.
And it's like just QR code me something. Just do it like that.
Vinny, zoom in a little bit if you can. Here we go.
All right. So I'm going to read it. You guys can read along. This was a young lady who I guess was not happy when the concert was over. Okay. Okay, I get it. But if you're going to complain about Uber and the $25 an hour you make, then why wait to the biggest event in Tampa to do it? So from what I understand, I guess they had a protest. Drivers weren't turning on their apps at the end of this one. That's what I'm assuming here. And so this young lady decided to get into it with an Uber driver on a Facebook post. And so I wanted to bring it to everybody's attention, and then we could talk about it here. Here's what I saw. We went Friday night to Taylor Swift's Era Tour, and here is the impact your decision had on others. We waited along with many, many others for hours for an Uber. People walking in circles, people aggravated and nervous. There were young girls and moms with daughters waiting on a ride. It was late at night. Well, where are the young girls' parents? Anyway, everyone kept getting denied. You drivers would expect and then you would accept and then cancel. She can't spell. I had 5 charge holds trying to get an Uber. At one point, so desperate, we were going to pay $100 just to go from the stadium to Ybor, a trip that normally cost $15 earlier in the day, right?
Well, of course.
We got lucky. We got lucky because I saw a cop trying to help a young woman. You could tell she was getting nervous. He walked her to a bus that had been standing beside with my group of 3. I happened to hear him talking to one driver. I was staring at this cop and asked him about Ybor. Lo and behold, there stood the driver of another bus, and he stated, go get on that bus. And so it goes. We happily did. It cost us $15 each. But there were so many more that were stuck stranded with no ride. The concert was over at 11:13. We did not get a ride and get back to the Airbnb now, okay, until almost 3 a.m. So they went to Taylor Swift's concert. I just told you floor seats were $1,200. They went to the Taylor Swift concert. They have an Airbnb, and they're bitching up about a $15 ride. I'm just saying here. So to all you Uber drivers that left people stranded because you wanted to fight for more money on the biggest night, well, no. When are you going to fight for your money? When there ain't no rides? Like this little entitled wench, she gave us all middle fingers, or she gave all those drivers middle fingers. You complain about having bills, yet you choose to skip on the biggest night. You literally put people at risk. Wait a minute.
No.
So you're entitled to our rides.
No, exactly. You're entitled to my labor? No.
You're entitled to my car.
Check. This is the part that stuck out to me. There were men without Uber stickers, sketchy, literally stalking the parking lots yelling, need a ride. Well, didn't she just say she was looking and talking to a cop? So that she wasn't that goddamn nervous. You understand what I'm saying? And then men prey on young girls at events like this because, well, why didn't you drive?
Why did she go to the event?
Parking and drive.
Exactly.
All right.
Because it was an afterthought because she couldn't pay for a cheap ride.
You know, so I wanted to bring this up because obviously she can't spell worth a lick, so she must have missed out school a little bit. But I wanted to bring this up.
People, I don't put Uber and Lyft stickers on my car because I'm not an Uber and Lyft driver 24 hours a day. Some days I'm driving to the shooting range, so I might have my guns in my car going to the shooting range. I don't want somebody to say, hey, there's an Uber driver with guns in his car. If I just got a private car, I got a private car. So I'm just driving to the shooting range. I'm going to go practice for a couple of hours. So no, my car is not always an Uber car. So I don't put Uber and Lyft stickers on my car. When Uber and Lyft say you guys can abide by the Second Amendment and kind of live your life how you want to live it, then I'll say, all right, I'll put an Uber sticker on my car now. But Uber supersedes the Second Amendment. Therefore, my car is not an Uber vehicle. My car is a private vehicle. When I want to drive Uber, then I come home, drop all my stuff off, then I get in the car and go. And at that point, you can say, hey, he's an Uber car now because he went home from the shooting range and put all of his stuff up now. But no, I don't do the Uber stickers. Nah, forget that. That's sketch. People rob Uber drivers. It's like, yeah, I'm cool.
Vinny, can you bring that back down? What's the name of the person that was?
I'm not putting that back out there into the public like that. I've already said I'm not going to.
I have a comment on this.
Sure.
She's a cheap motherfucker because I can guarantee you. I can guarantee you.
You don't have to curse like that. Be nice.
I can guarantee you that there were limo drivers there because there's Uber Black in Tampa. So I guarantee you that there were black car drivers waiting for rides, and people just didn't want it. People were being cheap and didn't want to pay for it.
Of course.
So you're going to complain about paying $100 for a licensed driver who has had a federal background check ran on them, and then you want to complain about safety because you want to take a $15 Uber ride? No, that you're just being cheap.
Maybe we as Uber drivers shouldn't feel safe. Just saying, "Hey, I want you in my car." I don't know who you are as a passenger.
Actually,
maybe it's sketchy to pick up people from concerts and events. That's sketchy.
Actually,
so I'm not
especially a Taylor Swift concert.
People I know that I'm taking them to their house, not a supposed Airbnb from a concert. I don't fucking know you. It's like I'm going to do local traffic. I'm not doing concert traffic.
Actually, you know what? So like, kind of related but unrelated. I have a similar story. I was talking with someone over the weekend about this particular thing. And they asked me, people always ask me about Uber Lyft, and I tell them how bad it is, and I tell them how much less I make now, and why it sucks. And then the point of what I'm saying is that I said, listen, they're kind of a good company for the passenger, and the passenger said, well, why are they kind of good? I said, well, they're kind of good because when you have a genuine issue, they will help you, but at the same time, you can make a bullshit story up, and they go, oh, can't they ban you from the app? And I laughed. They can ban you from the app. They could ban me from the app, but all it takes is a Google address and another fake phone number, and you're right back on the platform. So there was no, like to Jeff's point or no Brandon's point, federal background check and all this other stuff done. I have to have, Lyft and Uber ask you for the updated pictures every so often. All the stuff that we go through. And then in some cases, I think even in Brandon's case, because it sounds like there's more government stuff going on with him than there is for the rest of us, as far as like how much stuff that you have to provide on your end. So when you say sketch, it's like, listen, do you know how much we there's more sketch on the passenger side than anything. We are the ones that are taking all the risk. We're taking all the risk.
No, I literally had a passenger with this Coachella and one of the after party events. I was picking her up. She comes up to my car and asks me, who is the ride for? I'm like, no, you're coming to my car. I'm like, you tell me, hi, my name is, what's your name? You should know what the driver's name is. You should know what the license plate is. And you should know what car you just walked up to. Do you see a bunch of Teslas around this car? No.
Exactly.
I have to spend,
people, man, the dumbest
I
people.
have to spend $4 every time I pick someone up from the airport.
Yeah.
As a tax.
Wow.
To do black rides.
Wow.
I had to pay that as a LAX charges it every time you come in.
Yeah.
Yep. So my point to this was, and I did a video about this like 3 years ago. How is it you're gonna get all pissed off at a driver, right? It's a luxury service. We have to understand, even an X ride is a luxury, not in the sense of a luxury car, but in the sense of it's not a public bus, right? It's not publicly provided. So it's like a convenience store. It's called a convenience store for a reason, because you didn't have to take your ass all the way to the grocery store. You know what I'm saying? So the riders have gotten to the point. Yeah, you can bring them in. Riders have gotten to the point where they think they are entitled to your car.
Yep.
And this is 100% on the apps. This Facebook post is 100% on the apps, because the apps they pitted the riders against the drivers against the drivers. Meanwhile, the apps rake in all the cash. They're the Scrooge McDuck. So I just wanted to bring that up tonight.
Part of it is the transparency as well. There is no transparency. They have no understanding of everything that's involved with an Uber driver or a Lyft driver or a livery driver. They don't know what all is required for you to be able to claim that you are one of these, or to show your active app where you are allowed to give these rides. for them to then, for an individual to then say, oh, well, you're just a sketchy person and you must have been living, you're 30, 40, whatever. You've been living your entire life and have no record and have had your background probed. And you obviously are just out to get me. You're not trying to make any money.
Amen to that.
And what's funny about her
by the
letter,
way-
what cracks me up about her letter is that she's saying they all had to pay $15 each to get. Now, imagine we rolled up and said, hey, we're going to charge each one of y'all $15 to get in.
Right.
They'd be like, why?
Right.
It's like, but you do it on the bus, but
Right.
you won't do it in my car. That's
Right.
Right, of course not.
I give a price. It's a flat price. I'm like, how many people you got? I got space for 6. That's it. Let's go.
That's it. That's it. Flat price.
It ain't,
They wonder, why is it
I'm not charging every
$120?
person. Imagine if we did that. If we charged every person. Oh.
Like
Well,
I
they
say,
should charge every person like if you got a group of 5 and $130, then split that between 5 of y'all. Because if one of y'all like, well, I'm the one paying for the ride, then you need to talk to your other friends about it because now y'all can split that 120. Let's roll.
So I'm gonna say this, and probably this will be the last thing I say is I'm actually surprised. I'm gonna give you credit, Vinny. Sometimes we agree on things. I didn't know where you were going with this, but I appreciate the fact that you're taking the stance that you're taking as far as saying that the apps have done this and that what her issue is not really the right path to take. Like I agree with you. I didn't know I didn't know which way you were going with this. I was like, what is Vinny bringing this up for?
Well,
I
a
am,
couple
I
of
am
days
like,
ago,
would you stop smacking your lips like you've been rubbing one out?
it's just that Brandon was eating pizza, so I made myself pizza.
Yeah, but we didn't hear Brandon going. Nom, nom,
Yeah,
nom,
I had-
nom.
And then he dropped it too. We saw him.
Yes, he did.
He
It
dropped
was hot.
5 second
Yeah, it
rule.
was hot. And he's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
5 second rule. Anyway,
But,
hey, go ahead. Come on, spit it out.
What I wanted to say is, sometimes I get rides where the client tells me, "Hey, I need to be at work at this time," and I'll cancel because I'm just gonna think they're just gonna give me a bad rating. Do you guys do that
Anyway.
at all?
Yes.
Yes. If somebody tells me, "Can you hurry up? I'm late for work." Well, bitch, you're gonna be a little bit later now.
I don't drive daytime. I only drive nighttime
It's
when
5
people are
o'clock,
drunk,
and
high, ready to have fun. I don't do days.
it's 5 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock. We're 20 minutes from the airport, and my flight is leaving in 10 minutes.
Yeah, so figure it out.
missing that
Hey,
flight.
so everybody, this
Hey, bring in Buddha.
this is Buddha. He's one of the
Buddha.
drivers that went to Coachella. He's in the chat every once in a while. I see him. He was one. He's a hustler. He kills it every single day and at Coachella. So he can speak for himself. What's good, Buddha?
What's good with
Yeah,
this,
you gotta
bro?
do
Yo,
it, man.
you guys know that there was fake Uber drivers at Coachella and they were scamming their drivers?
How?
How are they scared? How are
How
they
they doing
scamming?
that?
So a guy was talking to my dad, was like, "Hey, you want to see how I do this stuff?" And my dad's like, "Yeah, sure." He went up to another Uber driver and said, "Hey, look, this is how you accept credit cards with the drivers. So let me see yours." The guy is so dumb, and he gave him his credit card and ran it for like $500, and started running everybody's credit card for $500, and he was not even a driver. And people were scamming like crazy, bro.
So he
That's
was pretending he was a
well-
driver, telling people he was going to give them a ride, and when they give him the credit card number, he'd run it for more.
Yeah, he would run it for. Let's say we would charge $100, right, to run the corner type of thing, right?
Right.
So what we did, since these people were kind of drunk and not fully there, this dude was running their credit card like $500-$600 until it tapped out, and he would just drop them off, come back, do the same thing to like 10 other people, and he was not even a licensed driver or anything.
Damn.
Yeah.
And this is why they look at us leery and don't trust us and all
Catch
that
his
other
car,
stuff.
catch him, done.
I saw that happen a lot last summer.
Oh, wait a minute, wait.
There were people trying to scam.
Wait. It ain't funny, but I'm laughing, right? So somebody's gonna come up to me talking about, "Hey, I'm gonna show you how to get this money. Let me see your credit card."
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
you gonna hand somebody your damn credit card. You
The-
deserve
the
to get
other-
your shit ripped.
So the other
You
guy,
deserve
the
to get
other
your
guy,
shit ripped off.
so the guy that was doing it was telling my dad in Spanish, like, "Hey, I'm gonna go get this driver real quick, and I'm gonna say how to do it." And he was just scamming them and taking all their money until it drops out debt, like
God
no more.
damn. Bruh,
And then,
bruh.
and then normal passengers that were coming to us, they thought that we were the ones that were like doing shit like that. We were like,
I agree.
All right,
Yeah.
so,
you can
So
tell
we got- we
Stefan.
got- so Buddha,
What's happening? What's happening?
Mr. Andrew wants to know, where do you drive and what platforms do you drive?
I'm a LA driver, LA market, and I drive for both platforms.
There you go. There you go. And now my guy wanted to come on here and talk about Taylor Swift. Thomas, I'm gonna bring you on next week, bro. I'll send you the I'll shoot you a text later and we'll get you on for next week. We could talk about that Taylor Swift some more.
Yeah, because Taylor Swift started here in Phoenix. She started her tour in Phoenix, and I did not do one ride to her nor from her concert because I know how the shit operates. I did all local traffic and made more money than all the people that did the concert.
If the crowd's going left, you gotta go right.
I'm like, all y'all stuck at the stadium, and I'm out just doing local traffic. But forget
If
that,
the crowd
man.
goes
I'm
left,
doing
you gotta go right. But I gotta tell you, Omar did pretty good. See, I bag on Omar a lot because he bags on me. So that's just a love-hate thing we got going on, right? But I give him credit when credit's due. He actually acted like an Uber driver for a couple of days during Tortuga down here, and he did well. He did well. So I'm congrats, Omar. Oh man, the sound effects are coming from everywhere tonight now, bro.
You know, Vinny, there was that one night where it rained, and I'm telling you, it wasn't water that was coming down; it was cash.
Yeah, bro. Well, that's it, right? You harvest, right? Eddie, isn't that what you do? You harvest it when it's raining. Yeah, I know all about it, bro. I told y'all what my guy Rizzo did on last Wednesday night when we were on live here, right? Did I tell y'all? I didn't tell y'all what he did Wednesday. He worked Wednesday and Wednesday night, which was when Omar was complaining about the Cat 4 hurricane over his house in Hollywood.
Dude, I wasn't complaining. I was dealing with some shit, dude. Seriously.
Okay. Oh, he got serious on me. I'm sorry.
Oh, damn. Got sensitive.
Tony's in the house.
He did.
He
got sensitive.
Listen, did you work Wednesday night? You were complaining too. Oh man, there's so much surge, but I gotta do my live stream.
Yeah, I was
where,
here.
Where Brandon's like, yo, I love you guys, but I'm out. I gotta go make money. I gotta pay my rent.
Yeah, fuck you guys. I'm out.
Okay, you see, I said love. Brandon said fuck you guys. You see?
Well, that's because he's about to get evicted and I'm not. So, there's a difference there. There's a little bit of a difference there.
Yeah.
You're gonna get evicted when your wife hears what you said about her earlier today.
Ooh.
I pray one day you live to find out what it is to be with a woman. Anyway.
But Vinny's wife is nice. Vinny, on the other hand.
You need to remember that. No, Rizzo did a little over $1,000 last Wednesday.
Damn. Yeah,
Damn.
I mean, yeah.
Damn.
If you can move around, yeah.
Buddha, Zoom is saying you need to turn on the light.
No, Kyle could go somewhere else.
We just act like we Zoom flying through outer space, stars and shit flying by every once in a while.
Hey, Vinny,
that's how it is when you're in a Tesla.
Oh, hey, did you guys?
You don't know how many people, like these wealthy people that were getting in my car, like, oh, this is like a spaceship.
No, it's or people don't know how to open the door, bro.
Even were they? Some of these people, you said they weren't all there, so maybe that had something to do with it.
Some of these people, they had money, They were talking about going to events. They were talking about being able to just forget about everything else. But some of them were talking about making deals in the back of my car. It just depends on who it is. Some of them were talking. So one person in my car said I need to get there because they had programmed something for the event and they needed to get the hard drive over to the event because it was like the second or third day, and they needed and so they were waiting for them to get that whatever was on that hard drive over there. She spent nights working on it. So no sleep, needed to get over there.
I hope he tipped you like $200.
Shit.
I'm gonna get you that.
She was like, "Oh yeah, thank you." She actually wanted to ride later on, but yeah, I was already out.
Did you have to stop and charge while she was in the car?
Nah, man, I was in the area at that time. I was sitting at 80% most of the time.
But you got your car back now, right, Steven? Now
I finally got my car back on Friday. Woo!
Nice.
Oh, this is from the accident, right?
Yes.
Oh, that's why I'm like, why don't you have your car? Duh, I forgot you had the thing.
Yeah,
okay.
I had the accident.
Yeah.
It was 3 full weeks and then 3 full weeks. Actually, you know what? No, it ended up being 4 weeks because then Friday was when I finally got the car back, and Thursday was when I gave it to them 4 weeks prior. So yeah, they finally finished it. I was able to hit Coachella with it. And the script kind of flipped as soon as I had my car over having the Model 3.
Okay.
Black rides coming in left and right. And especially on Monday when people are trying to get out of these resorts and stuff and get over to the airport. Now, I will say you will perform much better having an XL because even if they don't need an XL, if they're on that level, that's what they're going to order for them. They're not going to order they're not trying to save money. You know, it's a write-off. So if you really want to get the good clients, the ones that are that might be able to do something extra for you later and all that, you want to have an SUV, because that's what happened with that was one of the other things that happened with Musa. Unfortunately, he's not here.
What was he driving? What was he driving?
My old car. Audi Q7.
Audi Q7. That thing was nice.
Yeah. Where did he get that from?
He was able to rent it from some guy with unlimited miles.
I can barely hear you, Musa. I don't know. I mean, Buddha.
He did some things, and he's renting from a particular platform, and he's using that vehicle for purposes not intended for that platform.
Like a boss. Like a boss. Like a boss.
Oh,
so say you rented a car from OnlyFans without saying you rented a car from OnlyFans.
Omar, you have no idea. He came in like a G, and then he got
his license, right?
Oh yeah, he got his license. He got the California license, the temporary. Like, oh my god, he came in first day. He was mad. He was mad. What? First day he was mad. Second, yeah, go ahead, Buddha.
How Musa did it, and within there's people that can't even pass California driving tests and knocked it out of the. Dude, I was like,
you're breaking up pretty good.
You're cutting in and out.
You're cutting in and out.
Yeah. What were you saying, Steven?
No, I mean Buddha came in, he killed it. First day he was a little frustrated because he was like, we hardly. I mean, the first day I made like $200. I hardly made anything. The spot that we were at, we were having issues because there was so many people standing at the corners that we were trying to work. And like I said, you got a bunch of library drivers, but then some of the biggest people going through Canyon. Nope, don't know. Yeah, I don't.
Like
but okay, got you. Yeah. No, but he came in and
come on back to home. Come on back home, Steven. Come on.
He's like, he gets this client out of the Audi. It's pretty amazing. It's like he gets this one client. He said he was just standing in one area talking to different people. He ended up talking to one of the transportation leaders for the entire event. So he's coming in and batting on all. Yeah. So he shares contact information with a few different people, and they're throwing some of the other clients. One of the people was pissed off because they had a private driver already booked, and the dude didn't show up. So Musa gets him and books him for the entire rest of the event.
He's like, I got you.
Yeah.
He was like, I got you. He's like, I showed up for the driver because he decided to be lazy.
You got deep pockets. I got you.
Yeah.
Hey,
Musa made bank. Every day he was making more money.
Kiara is low-key trolling y'all tonight. Kiara is low-key trolling y'all tonight. Y'all don't even know it. Y'all gotta listen.
How's that?
She's a little sneaky. She's a little sneaky in the chat tonight, Kiara. I see you. I see you. I see you.
That's right. It's either a spaceship.
She is low-key trolling
Yep.
y'all tonight.
100% driven dad. They get in the car. They are
trolling
feeling
everybody.
And then, of course, you know they love my white seats, driven dad. You know they like my white seats.
Whoa. Weezoom says, all I got to say is Musa convinced me to buy $250 Tom Ford cologne.
He's all about that shit, man. He tried to get me to buy that shit, and I was like, nah, I'm good.
Okay, so he's such a madman. He's all about psychology and external stimulus. And he was explaining how you can use certain cues in conversation to get the passengers to engage with you and get them to closer to a yes, but also to create an ambiance inside the vehicle with sense that makes them remember you.
There's also
about my car all the time. They get in my car, they're like, man, this car smells so good, and I got LEDs that go through the whole car under the seats and everything. Everybody gets in my car, they're like, dude, this is like.
And one thing I like to do. One thing I like to do is not ask open-ended questions. You ask questions that only go one particular way, and then you can steer the thing towards a tip or towards more business or whatever the case may be. Yeah.
He was
Psychology is a motherfucker, boy. Yeah.
Yeah, he was firing on all cylinders. Like I said, every day he was making more and more money. It was disgusting. And he doesn't even have livery plates. If he had plates, he would have made even more money. It would have been disgusting.
This is for Brandon, okay? Showing your app right now. This is for Brandon.
and this is black SUV specific surge, because they separate surge for the higher.
How much is that?
Listen, you just keep flexing.
Surge don't even count no more. They be playing people. You can sit on a Surge for 2 hours straight and not get a ride.
Okay,
that's a whole nother thing, bro.
To what Jeff just said. So this is another thing that happened, and I have screenshots to prove it. I sat on a Surge on Uber Electric. I want to say for like 8 hours.
Electric.
So the Comfort Electric. So Comfort Electric. Apparently, you can't just you can't choose the ride type. At least in the Coachella area. Now I know you can choose it in LA, and there's certain cities that Buddha was showing me that you could get it, but in all the area around Palm Springs and Coachella area, people can't choose it. So it's like choosing like Super Lux Black, and nobody's willing to pay for it almost, and no ping was coming in for it. And it's like, why did they give you the option if nobody can choose the right Surge
out there with no?
Yeah, so I $23 Surge because Uber didn't have that cap. I sat on a $23 Surge for several hours.
Man.
This year we Zoom.
That's why when I see Surge, I just laugh. I'm like, yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't even. It's. I mean, you don't chase Surge to begin with, but it don't. I was just saying this. I just said this. Yesterday I
came
came
home. It ain't even hype no more. It used to be hype to see a Surge. Now we see it, and we just like, it's like looking at nothing.
I came home with a $15 Uber Surge yesterday for my morning shift, right? Left my damn phone on the whole time. Eddie and I was doing our thing. We didn't get done till 11:30. Still ain't getting no damn ping on it.
Yeah,
it means nothing if you don't get a trip.
The Surge don't mean nothing, man. It's like they've been doing it to us for a while. They just want to keep you online.
Yeah, Lyft kept us
stuck online. You're gonna get a ride, but you don't.
Lyft Surge like kind of lagged behind. Yeah, Lyft Surge kind of lagged behind, and we were getting 15. Well,
always
like I said,
chase
capped
Surge.
out at 15. It was sitting there at 15 at the different venues that we were going to where they had the after parties, And then so the surge would lag behind all of the demand where people are trying kind of like pouring out of the event to get a ride. You're not getting any surge.
Yeah.
We can't see that, bro. An $80 ride?
Yeah, $80. Yeah, $80.
You ain't, so what are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
Yeah, what are you doing?
The $80 don't pay itself. You got to go work for it.
He scrolls up and he pushes the X.
Go get it.
That's $80 an hour there, Brandon.
Oh,
he already did the ride already.
By the way. Okay, sorry. When you're done, Steven, I want to mention something. Sorry.
Oh, no, you're good.
I got, so yeah, you know, like Vinny was giving me credit, you know, I was giving Vinny credit before. So,
hold up. Time out. Hold on. Omar's in timeout because that's the biggest bunch of bullshit ever. He ain't ever gave me a lick of credit to save his damn life. That little midget motherfucker's full of shit. Got me cussing on my channel and just got me demonetized for spreading fake news. No. Okay, we're back now.
That's funny.
And you know, I actually want to ask you about something fake, Vinny, but not right now. I just want to say, so Brandon's been harping on me about this, and he's been harping on all of us about this, about using Para, right? And it was busy at this thing that we had here in Fort Lauderdale, so much so that it was just like, okay, you know, it was getting a little annoying to keep up with all of it. So I said, now I'm going to use Para, and it took a little bit of wiggling to get the, you know, your filters right as far as what your settings are, because they were still coming through. But let me tell you, once I kind of got it right, I you know, the crap was going away, and the good stuff would stay in front of me, and I'm like, even the good stuff that stood in front of me, I thought about it, and I said, no, I could do better. So. I you know, give credit where credit's due. I mean, and I know it's gonna go to his head. He's already inflated.
I've been telling you guys for months. You're like, nah,
when it's busy,
I can do the math
busy.
on my
When it's
own.
not busy, I want to get the request.
I don't need it out to tell me if a ride is good or not.
Hey, Nick, that might be the troll of the night. Brandon, you have a Porsche, but a webcam from the MySpace era.
That's just lighting. He just doesn't have lighting on him. That's all it is.
Yeah.
That's literally just lighting.
Let me change the view. Hold on a second.
Oh, here we go. Ultimate flex. Here comes.
Hey, he changing the view, but he still owe the last month's rent on that shit. That's not your view, man. That's somebody else's view. You can't show somebody else's fucking view. You owe on that.
Jeff, you need some chill.
How's the camera working for you now, Nick? How's the camera working for you now? Is it good?
You got to turn off those lights in the back room. You got a lot of glare reflections.
That's a view plus a late fee. You can't show that.
Tell me about my damn camera.
Camera's
spending
fine.
fucking $3,200 a month on rent.
Hey.
Oh God, I can't.
I know it, man.
Oh God.
Oh my gosh.
Like,
hey,
man,
so Vinny,
like telling
have you guys?
This is my car.
Vinny
on the back of a tow truck getting away because you didn't pay for it. It's like, it's getting repoed, dog. That's not your car no more. But look at the rims I got on it. They repoing it, man. Not your rims. You watching it go down the street. Look at my shit. That's my shit. Like, no, dude, they're repoing it. That's not yours. No.
It's the bank shit, mofo. It's the bank shit.
whoever decided to be the first person to do a rim rental business must be a billionaire by now.
You ain't lying about that. Ain't that the truth,
man?
You ain't
hey,
lying,
so
Jeff.
Vinny, go through shit, man.
You
Vinny,
just
man. You ain't the first motherfucker later on.
Yeah.
Trust me. Everybody go through shit. I done had 2 cars repoed in my life. Fuck that.
Vinny, have we talked about the
repoed on my ass?
Damn.
Shit happened.
Did you guys talk about the Uber thing that's going around that we don't think is real?
Okay, so let's get this out of the way. Yeah, we can talk about it real quick. I was going to stay away from the conversation.
Okay, we don't have to. I was just asking.
No.
Look at the boot on
so
it, bro.
somebody, I don't have a copy of it. I think it's in the Discord. And you know, there's a image circulating talking about Uber is threatening drivers that if you skip or if you decline 3 rides in a row, they will take away your upfront pricing for 30 minutes. You will not get any upfront details for 30 minutes after that third ride decline.
That's what they've been doing to me.
So
they just show me like an amount
what
of
I
miles away or
understand,
something weird like that.
From what I understand, nobody has verified it, meaning it hasn't happened to anybody.
Dude, they do that to me all the time. Show something that says like 11.4 miles, and then it'll show like the stars. That's it. Nothing.
So you decline
no money,
3 straight
no
rides and they take away. Wait a minute. You decline 3 straight rides and they take away your upfront pricing for 30 minutes, Jeff?
They've done that to me so many times, man, especially over the past few weeks. Like I haven't drove last week, but before that, I would decline like a few rides, and all of a sudden I'll see something that'll say like 11.2 miles away, and it'll show like the passenger's rating, but it won't show no dollars, nothing.
Really?
Now,
it's like a little small square box. It ain't even big.
I
it's
don't
like
know
small.
if this is connected to that. I decline a lot of rides, but I've been getting rides where there's no price. No information on the price.
Not happening to me. And let me tell you, I definitely decline a lot of rides, especially last weekend.
Well, from what I understand, supposedly this has not been verified by Uber. So until somebody gets a message that says, "Hey, you declined 3 rides," I can't believe it's a true thing. My source says no. Ain't nobody heard nothing about this. So we can talk about it but if they do that, bro, could you imagine? Like at that point, game over, right? You don't have
no. We just go back to what we were doing before. We go back to all the Fight Club stuff we were doing before.
Bro,
but they do give us that little you only get trip
It's
rate,
illegal as fuck for them to do that to you. You do understand that, right, Omar?
Why? Yeah. Why is it illegal?
I didn't say it was legal. I said it was illegal.
Well, why, Vinny? I'm asking a genuine question. Why?
Because you're an independent contractor. They don't have the right to punitively they can't punish you for not accepting a ride. Because if they had the right to punish you for not accepting a ride, your ass would have been bounced off the app years ago.
0% acceptance rating last month.
So I'm just saying, until it actually happens to somebody, and I understand somebody made a big video about it. I watched like 10 seconds of it. I was ready to puke. Right?
That was more than I did.
Right? I watched about 10 seconds of it. But until somebody can prove it, I wouldn't worry about it. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not worried about it, but I just thought I didn't know if we were going to talk about it or not, and whether or not it's a real thing, it's not a real thing, and if people in the chat have questions about it, because we always get a lot of.
This is interesting. From New J.
Hey, Steph.
What's up?
Yes, no price rides are rate card rides.
So I should accept those. All right, got it.
Was that?
Okay. If that's the case, I'm going back to Fight Club. So.
What are you saying, Buddha?
1,000 notes. If you don't accept 5, bro, they'll pricing away.
1,000 Oaks, 1,000. Oh, well, that's because they have a different. Yeah, 1,000 Oaks has never switched over to upfront pricing in the first place. Like, unless you, so it still has the old rules on it. That's why. But then their prices are better over there.
Yeah.
So you go to that's why it's a different thing. They never switched to upfront pricing for all rides.
So it's something that the rumors running around. Videos are being made, but something like that, which should be so serious, and I can't see Uber doing that to themselves. It would absolutely clip their nuts, and I can understand why somebody. At that point, you're just going to turn off the app and go drive for the other company.
Exactly.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
So Uber's not going to shoot themselves in the foot.
But Lyft don't pay shit.
I know, right?
Lyft is so bad right now. Lyft is different in different markets, man. Lyft is different in different markets because
did y'all see my post at 6 o'clock in the morning?
Good.
Well, okay, but Jeff, how is Lyft basic in your area? Not Lyft Lux.
Shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Lyft is garbage.
Yo, listen. Listen, if it's not busy
You
here,
couldn't pay me to do Lift
if
Basics.
it's not,
Jeff, we'll
if
give you
it,
$100 right now. Do Lift Basics. Nope.
if it's not
It's
busy
$100
right
Lift
now
Basics.
here, if it's not busy here, I don't even want to take Lux Black. I'm taking Uber Premier. Seriously,
Even the
it's
Lux
really
is
bad.
a big garbage here. Lux is a big garbage, not even paying per minute here.
A lot of us have been declining more Lux than we ever have because
so
I mean,
it's a
these
joke.
Lux rides be paying like $1.15 a mile. I'm like, what? I'm like, it's
Right?
a Lux ride, $1.15 a mile.
All right,
crazy.
Let me explain something with Lyft. I don't know if enough for me. If I get a request comes through and I just let it pass through, I don't hit the X to decline it. If I do that 3 times, Lyft will shut my app off. I turn it right back on.
Yeah.
But
they'll do that.
When the ride comes up, if I hit the X and decline the ride, right? I don't let it pass through. I decline the ride. I've declined 10 rides in a row and not had my app shut off.
Yeah.
They probably think your app is dormant if you don't touch nothing, like you left it on the table and walked off or something like that.
Try that and see if that solves that issue.
Yeah.
All right. And Weasel, I already drive for the other company.
So what issue?
Yeah, and like you said, and if
All the
somebody
issue
did
of
that on
having crap
Uber, it's not right to be turned off for 30 minutes. You could just leave your phone on the table, go use the bathroom, or go help a friend out.
Get that money
and if
out,
3
Ryder.
rides pass by and you don't accept them, then they can't ding you for that. Say, oh, for 30 can't drive now because you didn't accept those last 3 rides. It's like my phone is on the table, man. I'm helping my neighbor out.
That would open up so many cans of worms. For,
that's what they say. If you need to step away, you can turn off the app.
Anyway, all right. It's damn 2.5 hours. Holy shit. Okay, it's 11:31, y'all. I think we should wrap this down. Next week, I'm looking to get. I'd like to see if we can get Thomas Lyle on the channel to come in, talk about Tampa a little bit. Maybe we can get Fun. Maybe we get Fun Trader on, and then maybe we get.
You got to get New Jay in one of these days.
Well, that's
got
on
a
him,
lot
bro.
of information.
I've
Jay.
invited him 1,000,000 times. He'd rather work. He's
I'm gonna make
play
my
on
money.
the Discord. He's like,
do like Buddha and drive around in the dark.
Like that.
You know.
I always try to talk to him, but that man, he's always working, man.
I know, always working, man. We trying to kick it.
So I'd like to try to get Fun Trader and Thomas Lyle on a little bit next week. I'd also listen, Steven. I'm gonna put this on you. You organize Buddha and Musa next week, so we can hear about these $18,000 y'all made this weekend at Coachella, right? Because it's again this weekend, right?
Yep. Except for Musa. Musa's not going to be going. He has.
You hear this?
What's up?
You see this? Kyle. Steven's going to reach out to you, bro. I need to start paying to get guests on. What the? Yeah. All 10 of us.
What
Yeah, you're right.
Every time you get a guest, you get a guest package. You get a mug and an ink pen. That's it.
And a shirt, especially made by Jets.
Exactly. Says I was on the Rideshare Garage live.
And he's gonna tell you how professional you are.
Exactly. Well, with 2 V's, goddamn it. That's just made in Taiwan and shipped directly to you.
Wait a minute. Y'all want mugs? Y'all want mugs? If y'all want mugs, man, all you got to do is go over here to the mugs. Wait a minute. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's my QR code? There you go. You ain't said nothing, homie. I just ain't. It's set up.
Get you a Raj mug.
You can get you a Rideshare Garage t-shirt, a hat, a mug, and if you have a problem, email me and we'll figure it out. Anyway, I'm gonna get that down. All right. So let me rip through all these things real quick. If you haven't gotten the what the hell? What the
Mont Blanc pen.
A Monty Blanc pen.
The Mont Blanc pen.
Listen, is that what?
That's a really nice pen, though. That's a nice pen.
It's expensive.
The only pen the Driven Dad's gonna be getting is the one Bic where you get like 20 in a pack on the 99-cent rack because he got another baby on the way.
That's the back to school spec.
He's got another baby on the way. He ain't gonna be able to afford no Monty Black pen, okay? I'm just saying, bro.
You gotta shake them every time you use them. You gotta sit there and do this, like,
you know. But we, damn, Vinny's got to be knitting sweaters for new guests. You see this? Now I gotta.
Hell no.
That's it.
Getting the heat tonight, Vinny. You get the
Hell yeah.
Bring it
I'm
on.
gonna give me a Rideshare Garage
Bring it
headband, looking like LeBron James.
enjoy them big pins.
Hey, Driven Dad,
Back to
if you
school.
have Driven Dad, if you have what do they call it? The baby registry? Is that what they call it? The baby registry?
Yeah.
So next week, bro, if you want to come on, put up your baby registry link. We'll put it up in there. I'll be happy to chip in on a bag of Pampers. You know what I mean? I don't
But
know.
the only way
A bag, a
if all
box.
the rideshare people around the country help with your baby registry, you have to name your kid a car name like Mercedes, fucking, Mazda.
Porsche.
You gotta give it a cool car name. Porsche.
Yeah.
Does Bumblebee and Kitty count?
No.
Is it Bumblebee and Kitty? That could be stage names later in life. We talking about like a real name for kindergarten. Can't be Kitty in fucking
See,
kindergarten.
now I'm bribing guests. Now I'm
Spiders.
bribing
Spider
guests.
works.
You see this? Now I'm bribing guests. Hey, Kyle, you
now. Camry, yeah.
Skyline.
What up, Camry? What's up?
What's going
You
on?
do
Skyline,
realize-
Skyline.
you do realize we have 7 other people in the Rideshare Garage, right? You do understand this,
No.
right? But like
The son
Kitty
was
always
named baby
says,
Tesla.
it's my fault. It's my fault.
Yep.
Tesla or Tessie. If it's a girl, it could be Tessie. Tesla, Tessie.
Tessie gang. When was the
Belly.
last time you got bribed with
Testes.
huggies?
Testes.
Mine are
Tessie
grown,
gang.
bro.
No, that's the boy version. Testes. Say, bro, you nuts. Yeah, my name is Testes. What?
All right,
Man,
y'all. We're gonna wrap
nuts,
this up.
dog. I'm Testes,
Let's
dog.
wrap
I
this
ain't
up.
nuts. I'm Testes. Don't mess with me.
In 5 years, when we're all in EVs, we can change the Rideshare Garage to the Testy the Garage.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Vinny's shaking his head. He's
Doesn't
like,
that one.
no,
Yeah,
no,
Vinny's-
that's
I know.
not
Then
funny.
just like
Down
hang a
over
pair
there.
of balls off the
Yeah,
back of a
Vinny's like,
Tesla
that's
like they be
not
doing them
funny.
big old trucks.
Oh, you're talking about those metal balls? Oh my god,
Yeah,
that's so
exactly. Hang off
ridiculous.
the back of a Tesla and drive down the street. Sit at a stoplight, they'll be like, damn, this Tesla got testes.
Omar, how many of those do you see a day?
I had to drop my hat. I don't want the camera to see my face.
I know.
Y'all talking that crazy
Just
shit.
trademark that. Good luck getting that name.
Yeah. I don't need the camera seeing my face here, When they come for your ass, talking about
Teslas need
ain't gonna be me, bro. It's gonna be y'all two. Y'all
Man,
two
man,
up there
that's-
talking about nuts.
Wait. You can't say it's just us. Look.
Hey,
I already had my
that says
experience.
Florida like car nuts on an F-150.
I'm done and I'm out.
Look, Keys in on it too.
Okay.
She's
test,
killing
test.
y'all. She's killing y'all.
Ain't nothing says stuff like car nuts on an F-150.
She killing Florida, man.
Already.
Pull up to the light, they just swinging.
So,
You need to go to the barbershop and be like, I need to buy some extra hair from y'all. Like, why? Motherfucker, glue that shit to him when you sit in the parking lot.
Oh my god.
You got
Yeah,
some hairy
I lost the
testes
show.
on that F-150.
Ah!
Okay. All right, it's time to go.
This is the end of the show. This is it. We're out of here.
All right, so real quick,
Kiki's lost. it.
Looking fun
She's
trader.
lost it. Kiki is done.
yeah. Okay. He's slowly losing control.
They're like chia pets.
We done went
They
off the
just
rails.
grow.
Off the rails. That's it. The car is done. It's done.
See, he's in on it too, Vinny. You can't see now. You can't deny. You
See?
just have to accept it, embrace it, be
Man.
professional.
Exactly. Be professional, dog. Type 1, 2,
Ah.
Oh man,
Okay.
hey man, y'all funny, man. Y'all funny.
Can I? All right. If you don't have, if you're in doing Uber Eats, see, I can't even do this shit. Look at the QR codes in the upper left-hand corner. I'm just gonna scroll through them. They're self-goddamn descriptive. You can figure out what it's at. These
Hell
y'all got me tonight.
Hit pause. Click it.
Y'all got me. Y'all
Man,
got
that's funny. That was funny.
Y'all got me.
Them
Y'all
nuts
got
is
me.
Florida.
Y'all got
Like,
me.
it's on the
Ah.
man.
I'm done. I'm done.
All right, y'all. That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
That was excellent.
All right.
Good work, everyone.
So we're gonna wrap this show up tonight. Like I said, next week, hopefully we'll have some serious question. Does Gig Wars pay sponsorship fee?
Maybe in some near future.
Wait. Kiki answered the question.
If you don't have nuts,
okay. If you don't have nuts, they pay a sponsorship fee. I don't know.
If you don't have nuts, you can't come in the garage. I don't know what to tell you. That's where these guys took it to. You know,
that's it.
Brandon's gonna be on.
Hey, you're the one that said it. You're gonna have to tell.
Brandon's gonna be giving lap dances on a pizza box. I don't know what to tell you.
Anyway. So you know the new Rideshare Garage logo gonna have a pair of nuts on it, man. Like two big nuts.
We expect that.
That's why I stay away from tequila.
Nah hell.
With squigglies too everywhere.
Nah hell.
That's funny.
Listen, they don't. I almost said something would have got me in trouble. Anyway, all right, y'all. Let's wrap this sucker up. It was a great show tonight. I want to thank all our guests tonight. Red from Gig Wars Official. If you haven't gotten it, go ahead and hit up her code. Jeff, Eddie, Brandon, Omar sometimes, Steven, whose ass I'm gonna kick next week. All right. We are out of here. We are done for the night. We will see y'all next Wednesday night. We'll have a couple of more guests, and hopefully we'll have some really good Coachella stories. With that being said, pow.